Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Xbox Warriors podcast. I got my brother Tuckmaster with me, and look who we got in the building already, man. We got Adidas, man. We got Adidas in the building, brother. We got Toolman55 saying what's up, man. Yes, we're back with a fresh podcast. I'm sorry it took so long, guys, but brother Sega, man, I got family. I got things I do with my family. And my family comes first before gaming or podcasts or anything. But I always come back when I can to do a podcast, man. And I got fresh and ready to go. My brother DJ Tuckmaster on board. What's up, Zink? What's up? Hey, Zink, hey man, if you can't make it, man, no problem, Zink. Just hold down the chat, brother, like you always do. The man with the numbers, my brother, other Zink, man.
So no, I don't think you bring your butt in. You haven't talked to you in a long time.
Yeah, man. He in the chat. You know how he is with the chat, man. Shouts out to everybody in the chat, man. My brother, might come in, the most powerful gamer. If brother Unlimited will make it, I sent one to Dea. The first lady of X. I sent one to her. So if they can make it, that's fine. If not, me and Tuck are not going to be here too long because we both got stuff to still do. Tuck got to go to work later, and I got to make dinner. What's up, Anthony Chipmunk in the building? What's up, my brother? It's good to see everybody here. Tool Man, other Zinc, Adidas, man, everybody here. What's up, everybody? What's up? Me and Tuck are going to chop up some game, guys. We're going to talk about the big thing we're going to talk about. My brother Tuck was just telling me about. And he's going to explain it in about a minute. But first, let's let Tuck introduce himself. Tuck, man, tell everybody where they can find you, brother.
Hey, everybody, this is your boy DJ Tuckmaster, the original pony killer. Like I said, I can't stand ponies. I really can't stand them now because they want every damn one of our damn games, and they ain't getting every one of our damn games. I mean, they'd rather not play their system, wait for our games to come on their system to play it, and knowing that they don't have nothing to play at all. That's a damn shame.
What up, Vok?
Y'all can always.
What up, Doc? Vok?
Huh?
I said, what's up, Vaka in the building?
So y'all can always get in contact with the Lions Den. I'm sorry. Right. I'm sorry I haven't done that here lately. But now since the news is about to get back up again, now we got something to talk about. So let's get this thing rolling, man.
Let's get this thing rolling, man. Tuck brought something to my attention, Xbox brothers. And he just brought to my attention moments before we started the podcast, man. And man, this one's a doozy. I didn't even know about this, Tuck. I was like, what, Tuck? Are you for real? He's like, yeah, man. So Tuck, brother, tell all the Xbox brothers in the chat, man, it's not looking good for Sony again, brother. Tell them what happened, Tuck.
Yeah, what's going on now with this Helldivers? Man, Sony's over there trying to put a policy, trying to want everybody to be on the PSN service. And they jumped it like a bombshell on everybody. And we're coming to find out that there was over like 177 countries out there that don't even have access to a PSN account. Now let's get this right. They're playing the game on Steam. So, but now what Sony want everybody to do, they want everybody to be on the PSN account so they can play, so they can keep up with their numbers and all that stuff, which we know what that's all about. So they can have control and all that stuff. So what's going on is that since these 177 countries really don't have access to the PSN account, to the PSN, so instead of Sony just keeping everything the way it needs to be, just like it is right now, no, they don't want to change their policy. They want everything that they want. They want control over everything, and that's even including the Helldivers. And the person, the guy who made Helldivers, he came out and said today that that's Sony's decision to turn around and make it where they wanted to be on the PSN. So now they trying to make a policy, trying to make everybody who's coming, like the first people who's whoever get Helldivers, they come in, they got to be on the PSN account, right off the bat. And the
Man.
people that been there for like 3 months already, the people who's already been there for 3 months, they giving them to like the 30th, to the first, to like I think to the 6th of June to get their account on the PSN. And if they don't be on there, they're gonna cancel. In other words, they ain't gonna be able to play the game. Basically, what it is, and now the uproar right now is that the people in Steam, and you know how PC people are, man. PC people are very, very fickle about that crap. So now what's going on now is that the people in the 177 countries that can't get a PSN account, they ask for refunds. So now since they ask for refunds, and Steam is giving these people their refunds back because there's no way that they can turn around and get on a PSN because they just don't have the access to it. So what's going on is that now the regents, the people that is in those 177 countries, PSN is just they just took hell divers off the PSN.
Man.
And what it boils down to is this: Sony's greedy. They always have and always will. They didn't have to do this. All they had to do is keep things the way it need to be and let people enjoy the game. I mean, and people hadn't even, I don't even think, Sony knows all about it. But I don't even think Sony even care. I'm telling you the truth. I don't even think they even care. It's jacked up, man. It really is. I'm being serious with y'all. It's a jacked up situation, and I know people's not liking it, but hey, all I gotta say, I'm loving it. I know Xbox guys are loving this crap because we always have said all along that's what Sony does. That's what Sony does, and that's what they always have done. So that ain't nothing new with them. So so I like to see what everybody think about that, and that's really basically about it. Sony, man, everybody know, man, Sony ain't no good. I mean, and now don't get me wrong, and I'm like this too, and don't get me wrong, I'm like this too. I don't like putting some of my doggone games on services either. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do to get on the service. It's like I bought the Sega, not the Sega, but I bought the 2K tennis.
Yeah.
Now I like playing online, so I had to turn around and make an account for them to put online. That's cool. That's cool and everything. So it didn't take nothing but like a couple of seconds, and that was about it.
Yeah.
But and it's cool because the way they got it is cool. But this thing with Sony, people's already saying that if Sony already knew this, they already knew that they didn't have these people in this regions and all that stuff. So they're saying like, why do you want to even come out with a game? But you got so many countries that don't have access to your PSN. So what I think was Sony what the people want them to do, Sony want them to go out there and buy the PlayStation. That's my assumption. They want you to go out there and buy the PlayStation so you can get on the PSN account that way. But like I said, in certain countries, you can't get on PSN because they just don't have access to it. So, and I'm sorry. Sony should have just left it the way it was. They didn't do it, and I'm loving it because now we got something to really, really talk about. And I think Sony's going to take a big old hit about this, and that's it.
So what you think, Tuck? Do you think Xbox is going to put that big S on their chest and save the hell down? You think you're going to save them or what, man? You know what I mean?
No, I wouldn't do it. So if Microsoft does that, which I don't think they will, though, because that's the only little problem right there. That's something with them. That's really something basically what Sony been doing. They're trying to get the games on PC. and they probably went overboard with it. Probably wasn't thinking through with this thing. I mean, which I know they were, but but no, I don't think people's gonna help them out this year.
No.
I don't think gonna help them out. They shouldn't help them out either. So
Yeah, Vaca said they won't. They want to pay PSN. They want to. What do you say? Pay PSN numbers.
yeah, that's what they want to do.
Uh huh.
They want to control. They want to control the numbers that they get from Steam with the PSN, so they can collaborate the numbers and say, we got this many people on our PSN account.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows 65% of the people is playing from Steam. It ain't that many people playing on PlayStation. So that's what they want to do. So and it's gonna backfire in their face. So now, like I said, they already getting refunds like crazy right now.
Damn, dude.
A lot of damn countries. You talk about a lot of people in these damn countries.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, man, they even talking about Japan.
What? Japan?
They said Japan, man. I'm like,
God
wow.
damn, man.
I mean, I thought they probably had access to the PSN servers, but to me, what it boils down to, they just want to control everything.
So it sounds like to me.
They just want to control everything. I really do think that. Yeah.
And it ain't looking good. Every time you turn around, something's going wrong. Something's happening, bro.
But it's already bad enough. They still want all our games, and that's another thing we got to talk about too. That all these PS people go through the narrative of listening to these damn naysayers and listen to these damn dumbass people on the YouTube who are insiders, and they don't have a clue. They don't have a clue how to be an insider, man.
Hey, Tuck, that's right, man. Let's talk about that, man. What did that dude, old boy, have to say? That punk ass Jez Gordon?
Yeah, he made he did something. I think he did a post or something like that saying that all the Xbox games is coming to all the Xbox games is coming to PS5.
Yeah.
And he kind of like put his foot in his mouth, but he just was making an assumption. He wasn't really. I don't think he really meant meaning to bash it.
Yeah.
You know how people are, man. People just, they run away with it. Man, dude, we just went through this like a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
Come on, y'all. So we got these naysayers and all that stuff. All they want to do instead of these people just believing what they need to believe, they just go with the first thing that they always want to hear. And that's sad. That's all they want to do. And that's a sad thing.
Jez Gordon, that's Other Zink's buddy, man. That's his friend there, man. Don't be talking about Jez, man. That's Other Zink's best friend right there, bro. Don't be talking about no Jez, man. Tell him, Zink. That's your boy.
So he kind of like he had to take the post off and everything and all that stuff. So he shouldn't have he should have just shut his mouth from the get-go. Because you know how people are, they're gonna take his insider because that's what they call him, as the insider.
Yeah.
So to me, that's what I think he should have just shut his mouth, but he didn't. So, that's why I'm always saying, I don't listen to, if it's not coming from Sarah Bond, Matt Booty, or either Phil Spencer, you can't believe these insiders.
And check it out, Big Tuck. Our brother Slick Slayer. What's up, brother? Shouts out to him in gaming since 1980. He said, nah, he knows the impact of his words. I don't believe anything Jez has to say. He said it and meant it to be that. So
right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what I'm just saying. He should have just shut his mouth and not even bring it up because he got all kind of backlash because of that crap because they called his ass out on that. And I mean, they called him out on that period, and he just had to take his post down because he got slapped in the face.
Mm-hmm.
He just got slapped in the face, and that's all it is to it. So um, but no, man, these Sony, these Sony ponies or these pony bots, they involved in it too. I mean, but the pony bots are just crazy. But the ponies, the Sony ponies, they just out there, man. They just want our game so damn bad on their system. It's pitiful. I mean, they not even playing their own. So
Right.
until and I'm just saying, you got these people saying, oh well, now the ratings came out. Now they got 60 million. Okay, y'all got 60 million out there, but you ain't playing your damn games. You're not. So, in other words, if you had over 60 million, gaming shouldn't be hurting right now.
That's right.
But gaming is hurting, and y'all not playing y'all games. But then again, here he is. I got a friend. Here he is. I got a friend. I told him the other day, he's obsessed with Starfield.
Uh-huh.
This man is obsessed with Starfield. And I told him, I said, dude, what is the difference between 19 million of Starfield bought and 5 million playing the game?
Right.
You say, well, he's who with the number. I said, dude, you gonna say, well, we talk about the numbers. I said, they still got over 19 million sold, Tay. They still got over 19 million sold. So if there's only like 5 million people playing it, you figure this. If they only got 5 million people out there playing it, probably the majority of them people that's playing the game right now is the people on the Game Pass. I said, think about it. But when that download content come out, and whatever come out on the 15th of May with the 60 frames per second boost that comes out, man, dude, you can go from 30 to 40 to 60 frames per second. I want to see how it's going to look. I know it's already looking beautiful right now at 30. So I can imagine how it's going to look at between 40 and 60, 30, 40, and 60 mode. And then, but hey, man, all I got to say, man, they want our game so damn bad. It's pitiful, man. They really do. They do. Just wasn't so bad, man. But, that's all, that's how that goes, man.
Yeah, you can as you see the brothers in the chat, man. Like brother gaming since 1980 says, segaman, I saw it patent every time when some so-called insiders say that Xbox first party party games comes to PlayStation, a PlayStation first party game releases on PC.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jez is hanging out at the racetrack. Bro, I mean, look, Jez Gordon, I heard that dude is I heard for real that dude is a Nintendo dude, man. I don't think he's really an Xbox dude. And on top of it, all he does is he drinks a lot, bro. He's a big alcoholic, and he just spews a lot of garbage, out of his mouth. He don't know what he's talking about. And he only does it, I think, for shits and giggles and clicks, man. With Randall Thor. You know what I mean? So, I never believed nothing that dude said. Never. I don't think he's an Xbox dude at all. Then you got these podcasts out here, which I hate. I don't hate the podcast, but there's a podcast out here that's always talking about Jez and Jez this and Jez that, but he's not for Xbox. I don't know why people don't understand that. You always got to mention Jez on your podcast, and Jez said this and Jez said that, and then you got other big podcasts saying the insider Jez said this and says that, and they believe him. They believe him, bro. You know what I mean?
Which don't make no sense.
Yeah.
But I tell you another thing too that really tripped me out, Sega man. It's just the fact that these people out here, they put things on Windows Central, and these people think that they work for Microsoft. Microsoft don't have anything to do with Windows Central. They don't.
Yeah.
It's just another form of information. But these doggone jackasses really think that these people that work for Windows Central have anything to do with Microsoft. Microsoft just said they don't have anything to do with them.
Yeah.
So, that's part of the thing, but they really do think that. And that don't make no sense. They just think that, man. I mean, I'm like, darn, come on, y'all. That don't make no doggone sense. I mean, how in the hell can you sit over there and take any word that anybody can say that is that? I mean, you think, well, they work for Microsoft. I said, no, I say they don't. They don't, but you can't say, man, dude, you can't say nothing but to these people nowadays. That's the reason why I like the group this is the reason why I like the group of people that we deal with.
Yeah.
We want facts. We ain't gonna come out with no fake stuff. We want facts. And that's what we want.
That's what I'm saying. Like he bought a brother, other Zinc, our brother Unlimited, amongst other people, the first lady of X. I mean, they're the people to listen to. They're not gonna lie about anything. And then don't even get me started with Tim Dog crying, man. That dude's a big Tim Dog cries about everything. Tim Dog's nothing but a big clown, dude. I don't know what's going on with that dude. What do you think, man? Tim Dog be crying, man. What is he doing now? What do he do? Changes he got a PSN account now and he's full PlayStation or something?
Right. I'm like, man, please. I mean, his feelings get so hurt just because Phil didn't tell him something. I'm like, man, Phil did not work for you. Phil worked for Microsoft.
I'm so glad that, if Other Zinc was here, man, I would like to hear his opinion on him, man, on Tim Dog. Tim Dog is just,
I'm trying to
that dude be crying and whining, bro. He be crying and whining about everything, man.
Other Zinc at least come in for 5 minutes.
He probably with his moms, bro. He probably helping his moms out.
Yeah, with his mom.
He'll catch up with us. He'll catch up with us if he, he'll catch up with us. But he'll tell you, man. He'll tell you just exactly how he feels about that dude. That I knew, and they always try to find a way out. In my opinion, taking everything personal with Phil Spencer and crying and whining about everything, bro. That dude, man, he's a clown.
Yeah.
He even said, look what Other Zinc said. Other Zinc said, facts, Sega, man. Jez is not an Xbox dude, never was. And I can believe that. I can believe it. I always thought he wasn't, Zinc. I always thought he was a Nintendo. I heard he was a Nintendo dude. If you're a Nintendo dude, that's cool. Be a Nintendo dude. Right. But don't act like an Xbox dude if you're not. If you're not, just say you're not.
Man, what really tripped me out, Sega, man, is that you take these people that got these YouTube channels and you just think about it. How many of them really got consoles?
Man,
how many of them really got consoles?
I don't know.
And the only thing they want out of it, they want to build their channel up. But how they build their channel up? By talking about who? Xbox.
Exactly.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you that half the damn people that got channels don't even have none of the systems.
Probably don't. For instance, look at Big Forehead. He always talking crap, but only got a PlayStation 4. He don't even have a PlayStation 5, and he's always talking
Porter Rock.
Yeah, Big Forehead. That's Big Forehead, aka Porter Rock. Big Forehead. He's always talking about Xbox this, and I'm gonna get a PC, and I'm done with PlayStation. Dude, where's your PC? You still talking like that? Like you're gonna get a PC. I don't see you. You know what I mean? All you got is a PS4. You don't even got a PS5 yet. You know what I mean?
That's bunch of clowns. And that's all he ever will have too. And that's sad, man. That's some sad stuff.
If you're so happy with PlayStation or your PC, why aren't you playing the games? Why are you always making videos about Xbox this and Xbox exclusives and stuff like that? If you're so happy, you go enjoy your PC because your games are going to PC now, so you're a PC guy now. And there's nothing wrong with being a PC guy, but he always says something and then he don't do it. You know what I mean?
Well, I tell you, hey, segaman, I tell you right now, this is a dangerous point. This is a dangerous point for Sony because that's what they want to do anyway. They want to put everything. They want to put everything on the PSN network. They want to put everything on that PSN network so they control every doggone thing.
Mm-hmm.
So now you think all this stuff that's going on now with Helldivers, okay? So now is people really going to go out and buy their system now, knowing what's going on? I mean, it's something to really think about. But we all know that these systems not selling either way it goes, so it don't mean no doggone difference. So
yeah.
But this get people to really have something to think about.
Toll Man said that he said that Tim Dog is full pony now.
Oh, he can stay full pony as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
he ain't gonna never come back to this family.
Hey, don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.
That's right, because once he's done, he's done.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah. So, but no, man. I mean, these people are crazy, man. I mean, I just don't understand how they can just really think the way they think. I mean, they just think that way. I mean, they got it's some kind of sickness that they got.
I really believe it is, bro. I really believe it is. And when we have that show, what's up, 100? What's going on, G? When you what's going on, Big 100? Go check out the not the NWO, XWO podcast. It was good. It was funny. It was off the chain last night, man. It was going off on there. They had me cracking up, man. 100 and especially Flip Money. He had me cracking up, man, about the dude with the popsicle in his pocket or something. He had me cracking up, man. It was a good show. So y'all
I was looking at it when I was at work, man. That's like, man, yeah, they had you cracking up.
Yeah, they had me cracking up. Him and Livewire and all them, they had me cracking up last night, man.
Yeah.
So go check it out, man. If you didn't check it out, go check out the last podcast Brother 100 had, man. But yeah, Tim Dog is nothing but he's just a crybaby clown, dude. I don't even, man, there's not even no sense of even talking about him, dude. He just, you know what I mean? When I heard that, I was like, damn, damn, man, what you all in your feelings or something now? What's wrong, Tim Dog? What's going on, bro?
I mean, all because Phil Spencer didn't let you on nothing.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
I mean, how did you gonna get mad? I mean, he don't care. He don't care. He said, you can get mad at me all you want. He don't care about that crap. Shit. I mean, that man got to keep his job. That man got to do what he got to do. I mean, man, and like I always have said, is Sea of Thieves really doing good on their system? I don't know. I really don't know. But I mean, I know if it doesn't do good on their system, we still got 40 million strong on that game.
Yeah,
we still got 40 million strong on that game. So really, we don't need PlayStation's money. We don't need it. But that's either hearsay. They don't need it. I mean, that's to me. I mean,
you're right. You're right. Gaming since 1980. Tim Dog, Crap Gamer, Next Gen 4K. Well, no, you ain't full K, bro. Next Gen 720 and MBG and former hardcore Xbox fans, aka fake Xbox fans.
Yeah,
which they were. I don't believe they ever were. I think they just wherever the hype was, they were there. I don't believe they were. You know what I'm saying? Because they all turned. They all did. They all turned. At one point, they all turned into ponies. They did. They all turned into ponies.
All of them.
Yeah. That's right. They didn't stick it out. Even when we were going through this stuff in 2013 about 720p, the Frankenstein box, TV, it looks like a VCR. You always got to be online, DRM, all this stuff we were going through and them clowning all the time and get my boy Hebot, trying to get my boy Hebot, a ban from YouTube or Facebook or whatever. You know what I mean? They weren't. Where were they at? You know what I mean? Like I said, to me, they were fake. They were always fake, bro.
They always have been fake. I mean, especially MBG. Man, MBG is so doggone fake. Man, dude, I had never seen a guy do a broadcast for 5 damn hours.
5 hours.
And talk about the same damn thing. And talking about the same thing. Ain't no different. So it's like I was in one of the rooms, and one of his boys, when they talked about him, he said, MBG, why you always talk about Xbox? And this was to be a PS5, this was to be a PS5 PS channel. He said, sometimes talk about Sony instead of just talking about Xbox all the damn time.
Right.
I'm like, wow. I mean, he was actually getting pissed off at him because I don't blame him. I mean, you can't, you got a PlayStation channel, but all you do is talk about how bad Microsoft is doing, where you want to see all their games come to PS5 because y'all don't have any games at all. So, so that one guy, he just told him, man, dude, just talk about PS games sometime. So, but this one guy told me, well, hell, you really can't talk about the PS games because he said they really don't have no games.
Nope.
And they really don't. Hell, look at all the games that they got. And they already talked about that, what you call that the Jungle Buddy booty shaking game.
What one is that?
What's the name of that game with the little Japanese girl?
Which one is that? Is that the new one that's out? That new game?
Like the new one that just came out.
Is it called Stellar Blade or some shit?
Yeah, Stellar Blade.
Yeah.
Wow. Only did 1 million. Only did 1 million so far. Now if that game do 2 million, because it really didn't cost that much to make that game.
Yeah.
So if that game do 2 million, it's a success. But the thing about it is, so far what I'm hearing is they only did 1 million. So because people are so mad about what they did, changing the girl's dress and all that stuff, because that's what they want to look. They want to see the booty jiggle and all that. That's what they want. So man, you got a lot of lonely people out there, man, that just, I'm like, God, dog, y'all. It's not
Gogo
that
Paul,
bad.
what's up, brother? Gogo Paul in the house. What's up, bro? Gogo Paul in the house. What's up, my man? Gogo Paul in the house, man. What's going on with you, man? Yeah, dude. I don't know. Some of them dudes, I don't know. They be acting a little funny there, Tuck. I think they might like a little bit of that strudel, bruh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Might be getting like that. I like getting the the strudel whole po. You know what I mean? They like that strudel, bruh. I don't know. I don't know, man.
I don't know either, man.
Do you? But man, I don't know. They suspect with that strudel, bruh. I don't know.
You ain't never lying.
You know.
Yeah,
but yeah, man. Yeah, they made in front of that too. There was a lot of people making videos about, you can't do. The thing is, in games today, and I think the chat can agree with this. They get too political. They put a lot of politics in our games now, like what the girls look like. Oh well, she shouldn't be dressed like that, or she's showing too much of her body, or something like that. Like different things like that. But when games like when Dead or Alive was out, like the game Dead or Alive, you didn't really hear much beach volleyball, or even the fighting game. You really didn't hear that much. But these days, you hear that all the time. All the time. It's like you have to watch now everything. You have to actually watch how you make your game, or it can get, criticized and possibly not even do well because of the way everybody wants to criticize everything, man.
Right. And they criticizing every game now, and they actually are doing that now. It's like I said, it's like the Star Wars game that's supposed to be coming out.
Yeah.
In August. I'm like, how in the hell can you criticize the game and the game don't come out in August? How in the heck can you? That's like That's like the Superman, the I came. I mean,
Which
Suicide
you talk?
Squad versus Justice League.
Oh yeah.
They talked about that game real bad before the game even came out. Didn't even give it a chance. So how the hell can you just not give a game a chance? And it's a good game.
Yeah.
And I mean, I got it here now. And I got to get back playing it but it's a good game. It's a damn good game. It's a game that people like playing.
Yeah.
But people gave it a bad name already. They just talked about it real bad. Didn't give a damn. Just talked about it real bad.
Now look, the game you're playing right now. I'm just looking at gaming since 1980. segaman MLB The Show 23, a PlayStation first-party game played by I think was it 40,927 Xbox gamers and completed by 16,058, but only played by 583 PlayStation gamers. Damn. Talk about the numbers.
Well, let me ask you.
Look, women lie, men lie. Numbers don't lie. Xbox gamers support more games than people over on PlayStation. It's just the truth. They do.
Yeah.
They buy them, they support them, and they play them. Especially if they have Game Pass, they're going to play those games and support those games more. It's just the truth, man. That's why MLB The Show is over here, and that's why they're going to keep making MLB The Show for Xbox, because a lot of people on Xbox play MLB The Show, and they like sport. They play sports games too. They like MLB The Show. So I can believe what gaming since 1980 is saying right there. You know?
Yeah. But the weirdest thing is that when it comes down to MLB The Show, that's the reason why they put it on the Game Pass. I mean, it's so sad. As long as that game has been out for the PlayStation, that why is it not on their store?
Yeah.
So that goes to show you, they want to make the dollars off the game. But there's only one thing about it. You're not making no money on the game. That's the reason why Major League Baseball decided they're going to say, okay, you know what? We want that game on other platforms.
Uh-huh.
But the biggest kicker, that it went on the Xbox platform. But you know what the big surprise was?
What?
When Microsoft put on the Game Pass, that totally shocked them, because they said that was Major League Baseball decision. Yes, it was a good decision, because for number one, Microsoft was paying them money to put on the Game Pass. That's a plus. And plus, when the game comes on sale or something like that, if people decide to buy it, they can buy it.
Yeah.
They can buy that, and they can buy like the cards and everything. So it's a win-win situation for Xbox no matter what.
Well, gaming since 1980 said, and this is the truth, because we've been saying this. When PS first-party games are played more by Xbox gamers than PlayStation gamers, and that's true. It is.
Yeah, it is.
It is. The only thing they play is free stuff like Fortnite, or they'll buy or play NBA 2K, or Call of Duty, because they have been playing Call of Duty, and let's just say Helldivers. Anything else? No. You know what I mean? If they play Spider-Man or whatever, right? It's a one and done game. If it's the true players, they play the game and then that's it. There's nothing else to do in the game. You know what I mean? So a lot of their games don't have longevity. What's up, Rain?
And the main thing, like you said, they don't have longevity at all.
Nope.
No, I mean, they're gonna turn around and do they're gonna do another remaster on the PS5. What's that damn game?
Wasn't they supposed to come out with another wasn't they supposed to come out with another Last of Us? Or was it another game? Was they supposed to come out with another remaster of that? Or some crap?
Not that game. Horizon.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Right, another remaster. I'm like, are y'all tired of remasters?
Man, I would. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. If I was a PlayStation dude, I
I'll
would
be
be so
pissed.
sick of. I'm gonna tell you what happened today, Mita. I went to this place I go to called the Exchange, and there's a girl there, a young girl. We were talking about games. She has a PlayStation 4. She told me that she's thinking about trading her PlayStation 4. This is the truth, for an Xbox, because she has a Switch, but um, I think it's getting. She said it was getting boring to her, the PlayStation 4, and she said she's thinking about trading her PS4 in for Xbox, and she said she wants the Series X. I said, because I said, do you want to get the Series S? Because she's younger. I thought she would like probably lean towards the Series S. She said, no, I want the one with the disc tray, the Series X. I'm like, oh, okay. I said, you like physical games, huh? She's like, yeah, and she's young. I mean, she looked like she's probably like, I don't know, 17 or I don't know, 16, something like that. But she likes physical media, and she said she would rather get the get physical media than digital. She said she'll play digital, but she likes physical media. I was shocked because a lot of these kids today, they just play mostly digital. That's all they know. But yeah, she wants a Series X. She said she was going to trade in her PS4 to get money towards a Series X, and that's the truth.
Right.
That happened today. I was at the Exchange looking around, and she said that. She said she's working on getting a Series X. And
And
this is a
that's good.
young girl. This is the a millennial. These are the new, that's what she wants to do.
Right,
You
but
know?
you know what? Some of them young people got old souls though too, man.
Huh?
You got a lot of young people that got, what I mean, it's like some of these youngsters is like putting the old music back in singing now.
That's
I
like
mean,
my daughter, my kids, they like some of that old music. You know what I mean?
oh
I'm like,
yeah,
man, I'm blown away. I'm like, man, wow, okay. I mean,
yeah,
that's cool if that's what they like. If that's what they like, that's cool. I'm like, man, all right. I mean, they like some of the new stuff. Don't get me wrong, but
right,
they like some of that old stuff too. They're
right.
getting into the stuff we listened to when we were kids. You know what I mean?
You can't complain about that.
Nah, no, not at all.
So, that's one thing I love about it. You can't complain about that at all. So,
Yeah, Tool man, it's true. Yeah, man. I went to the Exchange, brother, and there was this girl. I was looking at stuff, and I asked her to show me something in the case. I had a trade slip, and we started talking about that, and she's like, "Yeah, I have a PS4," and she was talking about certain games that she liked. I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool," but she's like, "Yeah, but I'm kind of getting bored of it now, and it just sits there. But I'm thinking about getting a Series X because she wants to play Starfield. I think she told me.
right.
So and she wants to get a Series X. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, I said Starfield's a good game. You'll like it. I said if you don't really have the funds to buy it right now, you can get yourself some a couple months of Ultimate Game Pass or a month. Try it out first.
Right.
You got your little check from work and everything. Save up and get 3 months worth of Game Pass if you don't want to buy it and check it out like that. You'll be able to play a game you might like called Hellblade, Senua's Saga. I was
Right.
telling her about it. But she's like, yeah, I'm going to get an Xbox. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Hey,
And that's cool.
yeah,
But there's a lot of people, man, that like on my doggone job, there's one guy, he was like in the real PS, real serious.
yeah,
And then all of a sudden I talked to him and then he went on there and bought himself an Xbox. He went on there and bought himself an Xbox. And I haven't heard from him in a while. So when so last time I talked to him, it's been like a couple months. It's been
yeah.
like a couple months when I talked to him about it. But the thing about it, he said he went on there and got himself he went on and said he got himself a Xbox,
Uh
and
huh.
he said he loving the hell out of his Xbox. The hell he said strip the hell with what the hell was with Sony, because he said really he hadn't played no damn games on Sony in a while.
Yeah.
So he said he do all his gaming on the Xbox. He said that Game Pass. He said that Game Pass is cool as hell. You can't beat it. So, so I talked to him the other day. He said, well, I wish, I could find I can go and find a prescription where I won't have to go month to month. I said, well, you can go straight to Amazon, go to Ultimate Game Pass, type in Ultimate Game Pass, it's Game Pass.
Yeah.
For like, you can get like a 3-month prescription, and put on your Xbox. He didn't know that. He didn't know that at all.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, well, sometimes you can go like the CD Keys and find this stuff real cheap.
Oh, CD Keys is well, you know, 100 been saying that for a couple years now about on the CD Keys, and me and Unlimited, we finally tried it, and it's legit. It's cool. Plus, you can get it at a discount. You can get a little bit of a discount on it, which really helps. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with having doing the CD Keys thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it is cool. That is cool.
What's up, Craig Simmons? What's up, brother? But yeah, man, all these dudes crying. Look, when we had that show, Tuck, and I was talking about this with Unlimited.
Oh my Lord!
Everybody, shout out to the chat. Thank you guys for sticking it out with us, man. We're gonna get off here probably another half hour, but when we have that show, Tuck, in June, they're gonna be damage control on that. You can best believe that's coming. You know what I mean? So. We'll be prepared. They're going to say something about something that's going to be on the show. They always got to critique everything we do, everything Microsoft does, and everything we like. They got to critique. Somebody's going to be saying something. You know what I mean about the show. That's coming, right?
Oh yeah. It is. But to me, I'm like, okay, y'all worry about your own showcase.
They don't have a showcase. That's the problem, Tuck. They ain't having no showcase. Where are they showcasing?
No. Yeah, but they said they're supposed to be having one in May, but
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see that.
What's it going to be about? It's going to be about. What's it going to be about? And when is what's it called coming out? Ain't they supposed to have? What's that guy? Where's the Wolverine game at?
Yeah.
They're going to be having a show about that.
Dude, that game is done. That game is done. And it is. That game is done over, man. I mean, you got so many people that got copies. They got that game. What can you do?
Yeah.
I mean, what can you do to turn around and mess with whatever was going on with that game? Because they can make the game any way they want to. Man, please.
I told that girl, right? The one that liked the PlayStation. She said, do you have a PlayStation? Did you ever have? I said, well, I'm a collector. I have a PlayStation 1, a PlayStation 2, and I had a PlayStation 3 that broke. And she said, what games did you like on it? I said, there's only one series that I liked on the PlayStation 3, and it was called Resistance. And she said, what is Resistance? She didn't know what it was. She never heard of it. She's young. She's really young, dude. She's like, what is Resistance? I said, it's kind of like Gears of War. She said, oh, I heard about Gears of War. That's a really good game, I heard. She said, did you watch the Fallout series? I said, oh, you know about Fallout? She's like, yeah, I've been watching the Fallout series. And that's one of the reasons why I want to get an Xbox too. I want to get into Fallout 76. But she didn't know what Resistance was at all. She didn't know what it was. She knew the other games like Uncharted and Last of Us and stuff like that. But she didn't know nothing about that game. I guess she just knew basically about, the games that PlayStation's really known for. But I was telling her, I said, yeah, I own the PlayStation systems. But I said, those games, she said, did you like any other games? I said, not really. I said, I tried God of War. I didn't like it. I tried Uncharted. I didn't like it. I tried The Last of Us. I didn't like it. I thought it was like I thought it was like a movie. And she started laughing. You know what I mean? Because I said it's too much dialogue in there, and it takes too long.
Right.
And she was young; she was cracking up. And I said, I'm not trying to be mean. If there's people that like the game, that's fine. But I said it was like watching a movie. I want to play the game, not watch it. If I want to watch a movie, I'll put a 4K movie in or something. I want to play a game. I don't want to watch a movie.
Right.
She's like, yeah, I guess you're right. Some of them games do have a lot of dialogue and take too long. was like, yeah, I can't get into that, man. You know, I mean, I want something that's I can get right in and play. You know, not cutscenes for a half an hour, you know, or an hour. I don't want to do that. You know what I mean?
Nah.
This was a young girl, and I was impressed. I'm like, wow, that's cool. You know, there was some things she didn't know about, but you know,
yeah,
she did know about Fallout. Though we were talking about Fallout, she watched it. She watched the Halo series. She said, so she knows about the series and stuff, but not really, you know, games for Xbox or whatever. But yeah, it was cool. It was cool to talk to her. Her being a young and into gaming, and to hear a perspective from them. That's cool, you know, because the guys I usually, you know, kids I usually see, it's all about PlayStation. The younger kids, you know, Xbox sucks, man. PlayStation is it, man. You know, that's what they say to me all the time. Say, man, you know, man, Xbox sucks, man. Xbox, man. These are younger ones too, you know. I'm like, man, whatever, man. You know, just messing around with them. But that's what they like, you know. That's what the kids like. They like that, so you know.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, you know, you know, and they just been brainwashed.
Oh yeah, I know.
And stuff like that. I mean, they just been brainwashed too much because of, you know, the Sony people. Because I mean, let's just be serious. I mean, when it comes down to these systems, you know, we're gonna really see it we're gonna really start seeing the power of the PlayStation. I mean, of the Xbox this month.
Oh, you're gonna see it with Hellblade. Oh, they're gonna see
it come out. You're gonna really see
power in there. What's up, Hebot?
Are you gonna finally get in, huh?
What's going on?
Yeah, brother Hebot's here. He just got here. What's up, brother?
Going on?
What's going on with you, man?
Nothing, man. What's going on, man? Just there, busy.
Nothing, man. We're brother Hebot. We're just still talking about all the you know, all the guys crying, bro. You know, like Aller Zink's buddy Jez Gordon. You know, different things like that, man. That's all, crying about stuff, and Tim Dog crying. He's a straight pony now, I'm hearing. So, you know, stuff like that, man.
It's just that these guys. Well, in Tim Dog's case, it's just that he's embarrassed because when he said what he said originally, right?
Yeah.
He said, you know, I got a phone call and email last night, and they said tomorrow is the announcement, and it's official. Starfield's going to PlayStation 5 and consoles in general. And so that didn't happen. And then they did the showcase, or the mid-month showcase, and you know, Phil double confirmed saying no, Starfield's not going anywhere. It's just these 4 games. We're trying something out due to circumstances, blah blah blah. Which I was telling you that it was coming from the higher up, and from before. And it's just that they're trying to see if, you know, other things will do better that may not necessarily be that big of a deal as far as identifying with Xbox, I guess. You know, like, it's not their flagship titles. You know, it's not like their big flagship titles like Gears or like you know, Halo or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So they're trying to see what sticks, is basically what I said, right? Because they saw the success of Call of Duty and Activision during the sales of the holidays. Plus, to be honest, a lot of things. There's a lot of other, you know, reason for that. Like, you know, sales are down because the economy, right? That's definitely one part.
Right.
It's also down because there's way more options now than we ever had before. Like playing games on a subscription service, right? Yeah. As opposed to just going out and straight out buying it. And most people, to be honest, are afraid of buying games straight out for the prices that they come out for, because a lot of games are very deceitful and they're not as good as people may think. You know, like, you know, you'll buy a game like Vanisher, we bought it. The game is a slow burn. It's fucking boring. It's a boring game. Looks nice, Story's a little bit interesting. Gameplay mechanics are very, very mid. Game is boring. Same thing like Avatar from the movie. Looks gorgeous, has a lot of different things that you can do, but it takes way too long to level up, to get to it. A lot of stupid grinding and eating and keeping your health bar up, even though there's nothing going on and you're barely fighting anybody. Like, the problem with games is that they become this style and structure of everything has to be open world, everything has to have RPG elements, and that's not how every game should be designed, especially depending on the IP. IPs have to be created based on what that IP strong suit is, right? Something like a Final Fantasy works because Final Fantasy is a mystical magic world where you have all these characters, world building, world and character building. So Final Fantasy being an RPG makes sense. That's how it was created. That's how it was born. But when you have something like, let's say, a Ninja Gaiden, you can't really make Ninja Gaiden into a big, I mean, you can make it into a big open world RPG element type of game because it's taking away from the essence of what the game is, which is a hack and slash beat 'em, right?
Right.
It's a hack and slash action adventure beat 'em up. That is what Ninja Gaiden is. And that's what Ninja Gaiden should stay as, right? For example. And that's the problem. Problem is that they're making these games, they keep trying to make them into something else they're not. Okay, granted, you're trying something new with the series, fine. But if it doesn't work, doesn't stick, it's not going to work. It is what it is. It's not going to work. And so that's the problem. The problem is most people do not want to buy games because they're afraid that if they spend that $70, they're wasting their money. And they're not happy with the end product. And that's why I said that something like Game Pass is very fruitful because it gives them an opportunity to try it out for the most part. And then they make the decision whether they want to buy it or not. You know, and that's the biggest problems that are going on. It's not just because one thing or another thing. No, you know. So, you know, Tim Dog's situation, he's just embarrassed. So he don't want to come back, but he's gonna feel like he looks stupid after he was doing all the shit, right? After he was doing all the talking, he's gonna feel like I'm gonna look stupid if I keep kissing Microsoft's ass. So in a way, I kind of respect that he says, okay, I'm gonna just try out Sony and from a PlayStation fanboy for now to see how it works. Because he opened his mouth and he made himself look one way. It wasn't a certain thing. And so now he feels like, I don't want to look dumb. I get it. It is what it is. Now, Jazz, you know I've been telling you for years that Jez Gordon is a clickbait artist. Ever since he's been with Randall Dorr, all he does is shit about Xbox, indirectly act like he's an Xbox fan, but yet he really isn't. He's more of a Nintendo fan. Him and Randall always criticizing and scrutinizing Xbox about they need to do this, they need to do that, they need to be better. That Sony's this, Sony's that, Nintendo's this, Nintendo's that, because they do this and Sega and Xbox doesn't. They've been doing it for years, yet they carry the symbol of we're an Xbox-centric podcast, we're Xbox-centric guys, all we're doing is criticizing to make Xbox better. Right. There's a difference with critiquing, and there's a difference with playing out being an asshole, indirectly trying to be slick for views, because all they worry about is the views, because that's how they get paid. Yep. They get the revenues from the people that come and see them, and the people that come see them are the people that love hearing negative Xbox, positive PlayStation, positive Nintendo. It's that simple. It's that clear cut. It's no rocket science. It's that simple. Jazz loves creating controversy on purpose to create views, to create attention, to get status quo. And he's been doing it forever. Okay? And he's supposed to be part of what they call that site called Windows Central, even though Windows Central is not powered or sponsored by Microsoft. They just call themselves Windows Central, but they're not created or owned or sponsored by Microsoft.
Yeah.
So they do whatever the fuck they want, right? Yeah, it's not like Xbox. It's not like Xbox era. That's actually created, sponsored, and paid by Microsoft. You understand? So they're going to keep it Xbox positive, Xbox centric, and positive Xbox at all times. You see what I'm saying? Which is the way it should be. If you're saying you're an Xbox podcast or an Xbox brand, then you should do it where you keep it as positive as possible. And from time to time, yes, it should be okay as a consumer for you to say what you feel you're disappointed with or what you feel they should do differently or maybe better, right? Because Microsoft is not perfect. They're not going to always get everything right. You know, no company is, no one in the world is.
Right.
But that's the difference when you're critiquing something versus when you're trying to be slick to make money by creating this fake narrative that you're an Xbox dude and that you love Xbox, but you mainly praise everybody else and make Microsoft look like they're fucking stupid. And that's what Randall Fuller and Jez Gordon have done for years. For years. So the fact that people are surprised by it is stupid because I've always said this. And it's like, I don't know, when I speak, and I have spoken in so many podcasts for so many years, it's like nobody ever listens to me. And that's the way it feels because everybody acts so shocked, even though I've been saying this for years. These are these people, this is who you have to watch out for, and this is how they are. I've been saying this for years. And it's not because I'm trying to create controversy or trying to create a fight or trying to be a bully. I just don't like fake people. I don't like propaganda buyers. I don't like people that only worry about their pocket and not integrity as well. You get what I'm trying to say? I don't like fakes. I don't. I hate fake people. I've dealt with them all my life. I don't like that. So when I see one, I don't like it. I sniff them and I'll fucking call them out because I don't like them. I just don't. I don't like fake people. I'm a person that I try to be as real and as genuine as possible. And even by doing that, I still get people telling me to go fuck myself or, oh, fuck you, you ain't shit because, you know, they don't like how I say things or how I'm saying it. But I always say, I say something, I say it from the heart. I mean it from the heart. I mean no ill will. All I'm doing is saying it from the heart because I care. I actually give a fuck about Xbox. I actually give a fuck about our future, what it looks like, and what we're spending money on. And that's why I said, if Microsoft decides we just want to worry about being rich, like they're not rich already, like they don't have enough money, and they keep on being greedy and keep on doing things like, well, let's put everything on PlayStation when Sony is the reason why the industry is fucked the way it is. They've never respected anybody. They never respected the culture or the industry for many years. And they keep on giving them stuff to make their platform better. I'm done. I'm done with Xbox. I'm just done. Not doing it anymore. I'm just going to stay with retro and I don't play my old back catalog and that's it. I'm not going to defend a company that doesn't give a fuck about defending itself. I'm just being honest.
I think you should be honest. I think you should.
I'm not doing it. I'm not defending Xbox if they're not defending themselves and if they're going to keep on doing stupid shit like, oh, yeah, we're not doing this no more. And then a couple of years later, a couple of months later, or 2 years from now, oh, yeah, we're going to put Starfield on PlayStation now. We're going to do this for Sony. No, I don't want to hear that. No. I didn't buy an Xbox, and I didn't have my kids buy Xbox so that we can spend over $3,000 at launch so that Sony could get everything that we bought, the reasons why we bought an Xbox. I can't stand Sony. Sony is the fucking epitome of dog shit. They're garbage. I do not want to have a console that doesn't deserve anything be superior because they're getting treated better by a console that I'm supporting.
Right.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
That's just the bottom line. I don't. They do not deserve to be treated in any way, shape, or form or helped. Sony needs to die. I've said this many years ago. They need to stop existing in the gaming industry because they are cancer to the gaming industry. They are the worst thing that's ever happened to gaming, and they suck. They just suck. Their games suck. Their structure suck. The way they handle things, the way how they treat their fan base suck. They are pure and utter garbage. I don't want them around. And as long as Microsoft is helping them, they're going to stay around because Microsoft is helping them. So they're not going to go nowhere as long as they got somebody patting him in the back. It's okay, I got you. It's okay, I'll take care of you. Don't worry. And that's exactly what Microsoft is doing by doing the things they're doing.
Yeah, I agree
And
with that
that's
now.
bullshit. For me, that's bullshit. You don't do that. Kill
Because they
them.
don't,
They
because
deserve to die. I don't want them around. I don't. I
because he about like you said, they don't need Sony.
no.
They don't need Sony. They need everybody to come on to me. And it's like you said, and it's just like you said though. When it comes down to this November, this October, November around this time, and people see Call of Duty come on the Xbox Game Pass, people need to switch over. That's why they
Listen, right now, everybody that's on Xbox should be worrying about that. We're about to get a big ass game in a couple of weeks. They need to concentrate on the marketing. They need to concentrate on pushing it for Xbox and only Xbox because they paid the money for Ninja Theory. They're the ones who own them. It's their property. They do not have to put that shit anywhere else. I do not understand. That's like me having a wife and telling my other 5 friends, yeah, you can fuck my wife whenever you want. Get the fuck out of here. Are you stupid? You fucking retarded? I don't give a fuck how confident you are. I don't give a fuck how big my dick is. That's just morally unheard of. That's wrong. You get what I'm saying? That's not how that works. If you have a company, it belongs to you, motherfucker. You want to play my shit? Buy my product. It's that simple.
Yeah.
You want to have the best experience of games that you never played on PlayStation or Nintendo? Motherfucker, buy my shit. Or don't buy it and miss out. It's your choice. I'm not gonna force you. All I'm telling you is you ain't getting it unless you come on my shit. Like, they don't care because they're worth $3 trillion. They don't fucking care. Satya and Nadal don't care. The other 2 motherfuckers don't care because they're fucking white and colored people that only worry about money. They don't understand the gaming industry, the culture, how it works. They don't care. They just want to print money and print money and print. And like I said, every kingdom falls. And if you keep on acting like you're untethered or can't be touched, believe me, your arrogance will fail at one point, and you will fall.
Yeah.
And that's what they got to be careful with because they're on the top right now. But that doesn't mean 10 years from now they're gone.
But it's just like you said, he about the only game that they got to put on there is Call of Duty. Outside of that, every other game, they don't need to put no other game besides Call of Duty. And that's it.
They did their deal. They went to court. They agreed with Call of Duty. That's it. You don't got to do nothing else.
Right.
Why are you trying to put other shit that no? Look, CFTs have been out on PlayStation a whole week. Have you heard anything about it?
What is that?
CFTs has been out on PlayStation for about a week now. Have you heard anything about it?
Nope.
Nothing. Because why? Because more than likely, it's not selling. Nobody's buying it. So why would I put my product there? That don't make no sense. That's why I said every time they put something on a PlayStation or a Nintendo, I hope it fails because that's the only way they're going to learn their lesson. I hope it fails, and I hope it fails royally, like bad, like to the point where you're like, oh shit,
Hey, he right, but this is the only thing I don't get. People they talking about what is the success on PlayStation Play. We haven't heard anybody talk about it. I mean, it's like
the only thing show about Sea of Thieves, Tuck, was fucking Digital Foundry making a video showing that it's better and better optimized on the PS5 because that was their console war clickbait so they could make some views. Because obviously, when it was being developed, they used the modern and more mature dev kits.
Right.
They haven't touched Sea of Thieves since I believe the Xbox One X. Right. I believe they haven't touched it since then. So that means they've never been really fully updated with the Series X. So now they have to do that because if they do it for PlayStation, the only right thing to do is do it for their consumers. But they're not even saying that. They're not even like, oh yeah, we're gonna work on another patch. And Rare, not for nothing, they're pissing me off because they're acting as if because they came and started from Nintendo that they own Nintendo something, and they seem to forget when Microsoft bought them 20 years ago, for $323 million was because Nintendo was embarrassed of them. They didn't even want them. Matter of fact, when they showed Conquer in E3, it was behind closed doors because Nintendo was too embarrassed that it had mature content, and that wasn't part of the Nintendo staple or brand. They seemed to forget that they were treated like shit. And it was Microsoft who picked them up to try to help them and keep them afloat, that they got the most successful game this year or to date now due to them being with Microsoft. And now they want to put it on Nintendo like Nintendo is their baby. Like, fuck you, Rare. Fuck you. Fuck you. You have 40 million players. 40 million. You got money. What the fuck you worrying about getting more? I'm sorry. For me being developers that I own, they would have asked me to put it on PlayStation. Put it on where? Oh no, you bugging. You ain't playing shit. Anyway, you bugging. Listen, I may not grow to a $3 trillion company being the head of Xbox, but I tell you what, we'll make enough money and have the respect. So you don't have to be worth that much in order to have respect or in order to make enough money. You're still going to make money. And when you give a reason to be on that platform, you're going to make money. But they're not giving a reason for people to run and be on the platform. Because people are unwary. They're doubting. They're not sure. They're thinking, second guessing, like, fuck. Wait, but if they put this, they might put that. Even though it's bullshit, it may be bullshit. I understand why people feel like that. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I understand why people feel not sure. Because if you see what they did this time and then you see what they did that time, then that means they can do it another time. They're unpredictable. We don't know.
Brother,
yeah.
Hey, man. Right. Hey, man, Google Poll, he said, why you keep defending Tyndall?
I'm not defending Tyndall. I'm just saying I know why he's doing it because he feels embarrassed. He fucked up. He made it seem like, because remember, Google Poll, Tyndall was like, hey, listen, I got an email and I got a phone call. Starfield tomorrow is coming to PlayStation, guaranteed, and that didn't happen. So he feels stupid now and he feels embarrassed. So he don't want to come back because he knows that the Xbox community will call him out. He's not dumb. He knows that he now made bad relations now with the people that were kind of close with him from Microsoft, like Bill, right? Like Gabe Noel, like fucking what's his name? Aaron Greenberg. He sat down with these guys, had lunch, had dinner. They took care of him and made him look and treated him like a king. And he went and said some shit that was incorrect before they even said something, and they caught on to it and made him look stupid. And that's why he got mad, because he knows that he looks stupid. So now he's going to PlayStation because he's not going to get criticized over there. Of course he's not. Because over there they're gonna feed into the idea, oh, yeah, he was a Xbox guy, and now he wants to be Sony. Now he's seen the light. Because PlayStation dudes love when Xbox dudes go to PlayStation and migrate over, because they look at that as, oh, that's a win for us. Yeah, you see, Xbox is not better than PlayStation because they're that ignorant and they're that stupid. That's the problem. They're a bunch of sycophants on Sony's side. That's how they are. So Tim is pretty ignorant and stupid for thinking that they're going to embrace him, because they're the most sickest, most degenerate, most disrespectful, most fake, most disingenuous fan base out there. And I showed them the proof, because that's one thing I do. I'll call people out. I called them out on Twitter 2 days ago, and I showed them proof. It's like, good luck with that one, brother. Good luck with that one if you think that they're going to fucking treat you like you're somebody special. Yeah, as long as you're PlayStation, they're going to treat you nice. But the minute that you turn your face and look the other way and say, well, you know what? I want to go back to Xbox. Believe me, they will fucking treat you like you're like a piece of shit, disrespect you, and get personal. Microsoft guys won't get personal. They won't get personal with him, but they'll call him out on his stupidity. They'll tell him, Tim, you're acting like a clown. Stop. But they won't tell him, oh, Tim, fuck you, fuck your wife, fuck your kids. The way that PlayStation dudes, they do shit like that. But Xbox dudes don't do that. Bro, I showed them when I had PlayStation dudes saying that I was a child molester, that I was raping kids on my van, that I'm a cokehead. I showed them the proof. Sony fans saying that I was that because I don't like PlayStation, right? And I showed, right? I showed them how they attacked my family, right? On Facebook because that's how they are. They're a bunch of sycophants. They're crazy, retarded cultists. They act like it's a satanic cult over there at Sony. Their fan base is retarded.
I mean, you seen how Zaire did. Oh, he turned around and did a thing while he was sleeping on air. I'm like, we would never ever think about doing something like that.
They do personal stupid shit. That's not even for the fact that we're older people, right? Or older men, go Paul, for example, right?
Right.
Like you take a man and talking yourself. We're old men. Men our age are not supposed to be doing shit like that.
No. And Zaire knew better than that too, but Zaire didn't give a damn.
Yeah, because he thinks it's funny. Because all he cared about was bringing views to his channel. That's what I said. That's what I mean. They don't care about integrity, right? Men that are real men care about integrity. People that care about their pockets, they don't give a fuck, right? That's the difference. See, and the biggest problem is, right? The biggest problem, right, is that when you have people that are actually being genuine, right, that actually do give a fuck, right, they don't get the support. But the people that don't really give a fuck, that it's all about the business aspect of it, they get all the support. And I never understood that. That shit is crazy to me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy to me. You know, like I said, to this point, I've come to the conclusion where I accepted my L. I've been on YouTube since 2013. I got 1,100 subscribers since 2013. It's been like 10 years, 11 years. I haven't grown. I make no money, make no revenue, nothing, even though it's doing something I love. And I don't really do it for that. But the point is, I've accepted that there's no way that I'm going to get anything out of this because people don't care about people that are genuine. People like the drama, the fake shit, the stupid shit, the ignorant, all that negative shit is what people like. That's what they support, right? Unless it's women showing off their titties and ass on YouTube, that's different, right? But that's all they like. They do not like real gamers talking about real games and real things. And there's a few out there that are real gamers that are retro guys, you know, like John Hancock and things like that. But the reason why they support guys like that, or Sega Lord X, right? Or, you know, I'm trying to think genuine guys. They get support because they also suck on Sony. You see what I'm saying? Because they also give Sony props. I'm not giving Sony props. I'm sorry. For me, if I do that, I feel like I'm being a fake after calling them out for so long. I'm not doing that. Sony don't deserve no props. When you can tell me, or anyone in this fucking YouTube scene can tell me and show me that what Sony's actually done for gaming, other than bring in casuals and cancer that are fake, that are not real gamers, then I'll fucking say, you know what, you're right, I gotta give Sony props. Until then, I'll never give Sony props. It's not gonna happen. So for my brothers that are concerned that I'm turncoating, I'm not turncoating, but I just don't like that Microsoft is helping the enemy. Sony is the enemy to me. I don't like them because they disrespected everything that is gaming. Gaming is all discombobulated because of the people they brought in and the fan base they brought in since PlayStation 1. Sony doesn't give a fuck about no gamer, no developer, and now they're trying to act like they do because they have no choice because they're dying money-wise. Economically, they're fucked. So now they're trying to play the nice guy. Oh yeah, we care about everything, gaming for everyone. We want to put our games on PC. We want to put a game on mobile using the same mantra that Microsoft uses. Okay? Sony is a bunch of dirtbags, opportunists, freeloaders, fuck faces, fake fuckers. I don't know how else you want me to put it. They need to go. And I do not agree with Microsoft saving them or helping them. And that is my beef with Microsoft right now. You're helping the enemy. The enemy that has disrespected you and your brand since the OG, and right in your face admitted that they didn't give two fucks. They wanted to take you the fuck out, and yet you're still sucking on it. I can't. Like I said, That's like me sharing my wife with my 5 best friends. That's fucking retarded. You don't do that. It is what it is. You know?
Yeah.
And when you
Yeah.
see Microsoft say, no, fuck you, Sony, and embrace Xbox again, and their fan base, the ones that keep them alive, 100% the way they should, because I don't give a fuck about PC guys. PC guys, they don't bother me. They don't threaten me. Because PC guys don't give a fuck. They just want everything. They don't have no more. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a shit about nothing. They have no standards. All their standard is, as long as I can emulate shit, steal shit, and mod shit, that's all they give a fuck. So they don't threaten me. I don't give a fuck about PC guys. What I care about is the console community. Like the shit they're doing with the physical games. How do you make your AAA games, sell them for $80 like Starfield, and the game is not on the disc? What the fuck is wrong with you? I want preservation. If the game is on the disc, don't ask me to pay $80 for that game. I'm not doing that. For that, I just buy a digital because I'm never going to own the game or the license. Fuck you. I'm not doing that. Put it on 100 gig discs, put it on 2 separate discs if you have to, because I know it's a big game, and I'll be happy. I own the game. It's preserved. It's mine. I don't need the internet to play it. I need my console. That's what I want. Don't tell me, oh, because it's tied to the internet, because we need to update it. Then update the fuck out of it. When you're fucking done, do a physical copy and put it all on the disc. I don't want to hear excuses. I'm not paying you $80 for a game that's not on the disc. It is what it is. Yeah.
Let me help everybody out. I've been saving this. I said it once, probably about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
This is a lot bigger. And I'm sneaking doing this here because I should be entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
This is a lot bigger than gaming. What Microsoft is doing is about to control the rest of the world, which is they're already doing. What they're doing here is an Apple situation. They do not want any smoke from everyone because they're controlling too many things right now. They're in with NVIDIA. They're in with AMD. They're in with Intel. What's his name? Elon Musk is mad because Microsoft bought 49% of OpenAI, which is the leader of AI. Now Microsoft is the leader in AI. If Microsoft crushes Sony like they're slowly doing currently, they'll be the ire of the fucking world. I have a lot of shit I want to say, but I'll say little things here and there because when that trial was going on, that piece of shit, Jason Schreier, heard what the fuck I said and he used it. And I heard that shit in court. They listen to us because they fucking stupid. I've been listening to people and I've been holding on to shit. You know how everyone understands marketing as it pertains to Microsoft, and Microsoft, they're stupid. They don't know marketing, blah blah blah. Okay, you know that what's that piece of shit ass game that just dropped for Sony? With the naked girl.
Stellar Blade.
Stellar Blade. Okay, the reason I don't play God of War Sega Man is because it came out around the same time as Ninja Gaiden on Xbox. And those two were going head to head. And you guys know I'm a gameplay guy. I'm strictly fucking gameplay. Okay, you have to have a good story too, but gameplay is it. The gameplay in Ninja Gaiden completely obliterates anything God of War could ever do. That's why I don't like hack 'em ups anymore. Who the fuck does it better than Ninja Gaiden Black, and Ninja Gaiden 2 on the fucking Xbox? Those three games are the pinnacle of games like that. Now,
even the PS3 versions are inferior.
Back to what I'm saying about Microsoft, man. Okay, listen. That game, Stellar Blade, everyone wants to swear up and down they know marketing. What they did when they had the they had that saying on the wall and that hard R shit. We knew what the fuck that was. They knew what it was. And then they switched it to crimer, which is a black person committing a crime. They know what they're doing. That is international marketing. See, when you are in international marketing, you can't market products here the same way you do in the Middle East. Two different cultures. And you'll even see it, even in our international marketing book, the best description I can give to you is this. Here in the States, we deem white as being clean. Okay? So our cleaning products, our Lysol bottles are white, etc., etc. Bleach containers white. In the Middle East, parts of the Middle East, the Lysol bottles are black. On the store shelves, in the stores, it's black because that represents cleanliness.
Wait a second.
And that. So international marketing should have told those damn fools, hey, this is going to offend a certain culture, especially in the United States of America. Okay, and you know, I don't want to act like I dislike Hargeet. I don't. Hargeet, I believe, is very intelligent. Sometimes he said some things that are wrong, but this is one thing he said that was really wrong. He said, you don't market the same way you do in New York as in Los Angeles. It's sort of kind of, you know, kind of different people a little bit, but our cultures are the same. We have the same federal laws, the same rules, et cetera, et cetera. So it's the same. We're very different from the Muslim culture, okay, as a whole. All right. So those are two different markets, but they knew what they were doing. They're not slick, okay. But the scope of what I'm saying is Microsoft, they can't just blast the hell out of everybody. They're letting Sony kill themselves. They know what they're doing. Just like they never stopped Jez and those clowns from saying Sony is the market leader. They're the market leader. You remember all that dumb shit? How can you be the market leader when the Xbox division were at the time worth north of $500 billion, when Sony is only worth what, 140, 170 billion? You know, that's nothing. And then Nintendo is worth near what, 54, 60 billion?
Yeah, 54. It was like 54.
My point is those niggas ain't leading shit. Okay, because you want to equate console sales as dominance when you only make less than $13 per. I mean, you're full of shit. But see, I wanted to say some of these things a long time ago, but I wanted to let those other sites think they know shit. And now people start saying international marketing is where they messed up. Dude, there are extreme levels to marketing. When people say, I want to see this marketed everywhere. No, you want to see advertisements. I even heard Pong Soul and Mav, the two sort of kind of Xbox guys. You know, they went in on Todd Howard and the guys talking about 60 frames per second in Starfield now. Hebot, you said this before, bro. That pandemic was some real shit. Okay, it was a lot of things happened. I mean, dude, they shut the country down for 2 freaking years. We're behind 2 years. So this game, this massive ass game, you expect this.
Well, before you go forward, real quick, Zink, did we not bring that up in the subject? Like, I think was maybe a year ago or half a year ago before, when the game first came out, right?
Yes.
We said more than likely they're gonna patch it up and they'll put
I'm glad you said that. Now let me go ahead and cuss your ass out, Hebot. Because what's the dude in the chat? What's that dude's name? Gogopo, a rep.
Yeah.
Okay, because when you gave the explanation of what Tim Dog was doing, I stopped everything I was doing, man. I looked at the wall. And I was like, the fuck what is Hebot?
I knew he was going to do that, Zink.
I was like, what is Hebot doing? And then I heard Gogo Poe say, hey, why are you defending Hebot? Hey, when the pandemic was raging, people were bitching about Halo Infinite. Remember that? Dude,
yes.
They were struggling their ass off to get people to work together. And
Yeah.
you listen to Kiki Wolfkill talk shit about, hey man, we had to figure out a way to get the first part of the season completed. You know,
Right.
because
Right.
they couldn't do things normal. This was all new to us. Oh, hey, listen. In construction, the most devastating thing that can happen to a construction site is water. An unknown water leak. It's even worse than fire. At least fire, you know where your problem is. Water, bruh, that problem can surface 10 years from now and fuck us all up, okay? And just destroy everything. But it's like a construction project, and you got to figure out the problem. But at least we're aware of it, and there are contingency for a water problem, for a fire problem on a construction site, right? There, no one had a fucking answer, bro, for for uh for COVID-19. This was new, dude. So now you want to put this on. I'm playing games with the kids. You want to put this on uh on a big ass game like Halo? And then you have bullshit ass guys like Mint Blitz. Granted, he's one of the top 5 greatest Halo players today. But you could tell he's full of shit, man, because he always has something negative to say about Halo. You know, like
Yes.
the community is carrying Halo, not 343. Well, you bitch, they built the game so the community could mod the game freely. You asshole. You know, but and people gravitate towards the negativeness of it. And like we talked about Rand and Jez, they are perennial pony bots.
Yes.
That's why Flip Money named
I'm
Rand
the
the
other one.
original pony bot, because he never has anything nice to say ever.
Never. Ever.
Never, dude. And I mean, it's always something.
Thank
And
you.
like Sony have this super negative news that Tuck Master was raging on earlier before you got on. Watch somebody say your best friend. Sega Man cussed me out earlier in the show. I couldn't say shit because he said Jazz was my best friend. Well, he bought. You might as well get your ass some of this shit too. Your best friend Paul Tassi, watch him say something stupid next week.
I haven't
To
seen him in
throw.
a while. It's
Well,
like he
some
got scared of getting up the booty.
Yeah, well, he gonna say some shit. Jason Schreier gonna say some shit. One of these clowns gonna say some shit to throw the scent off. Okay, somebody gonna say something stupid, you know.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
dude, but back to Microsoft. You know me. We are in. He bought you a full pause, no Diddy. You and I are holding hands in unison, wanting Sony to fucking die. And
Yeah,
people
exactly.
say, oh, how can you hope people lose their jobs? Hey, shut the fuck up.
I'm
Get
not talking about
another
the
job.
people. I'm talking about the
Hey,
company.
hey, but still, when the company dies, people will lose jobs.
Right.
The
Right.
thing,
That's
the thing is, if you know you are working for a piece of shit, you're going to get another job. Okay,
right.
hey, there are big time construction contractors that I would not work for. Fuck them. I'd starve
Absolutely.
to death first. They ain't shit.
Absolutely.
Fuck them.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Because
and
you
hey,
are what you represent as well. And if you okay
absolutely,
with that, that shows the
absolutely.
type of integrity or the type of person you are.
Absolutely. Hey, you know how we are partial to our parents and family. Dude,
Mm,
this one big time general contractor told my mom that
mm.
he has jobs waiting for me because he knows my integrity. He know I'm not gonna stop a job until that bitch is done right. He know I'll keep the pressure on my crew, but he told my mom, and my mother said to him, she said, "Hey, well,
Thank you.
my son says your accountant doesn't pay him on time ever, so he can't work like that."
Right.
He thought he was good. You know how when somebody tell our parents on us, "Oh, we gonna die," you know what I mean? But she was like, "No, man, you can't do that to him. You know, I don't even like it." You know, and my mother did his ass a solid because that was his brother's first job building my mom's and dad's freaking house. Okay, that's how far I go back with these clowns. But you know, you knew so. Hey, I wish I could take credit for this one. The biggest
Uh-oh.
the biggest thing I did in college was predicted the fall of Kmart because they want some bullshit. Kmart is dead now.
Mm-hmm.
This one girl predicted the fall of Sony. I bullshit you not. I thought she was fucking crazy. Because back then he thought, if we
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
have a Sony,
Everybody saw Sony as the gods of gods. Yeah, yeah.
bro, we thought Sony had the best stereo, the best sound. Sony was
Mm-hmm.
Sony. Dude, well,
Shit,
I
motherfuckers
got it.
will buy everything in their entertainment. For their entertainment, like their speaker, home theater, everything will be Sony, 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 Sony,
Oh,
everything.
and we just thought it was the best, right? Dude, when she basically, of course, she didn't say this is doing no damn college presentation, but she basically said Sony ain't shit. Hey,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
dude, she was never lying. Dude, I wish I could meet that girl again because she was spot on. You know, but that's the reason, in a nutshell, why they're doing what they're doing. Oh, here's a big one. Like, how everybody is saying, Microsoft they're down 31%. The very next quarterly earnings that was read was AMD. That lady
Mm-hmm.
from AMD said
All
we
that,
are
right?
down.
That
Dude,
means everybody.
I
Mm-hmm.
never missed the quarterly earnings. She said we're down 48% in the
Mm-hmm.
console market. No
Mm-hmm.
one said that number 48%. I gave everybody a fucking week.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Schreier, Paul Tassi, clown ass Jazz ran these qualified
Mm-hmm.
sites. I know we were gonna talk about it because I'm that guy for us. Uh
Mm-hmm.
New Legal 100. The people segaman, the motherfuckers that listen to this shit here, they don't know what really happened. They don't know Satya Nadella actually fucking referenced Halo, uh, uh, Starfield,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah.
Activision. This dude said in a damn earnings report, the Xbox division is incredibly valued to the existence of Microsoft because of their inventions in AI. But you
Mm-hmm.
won't hear IGN talk that shit. You won't hear them say that. You hear them say, "Oh, they're down 31%."
Or
When
they'll change,
see
they'll change the wording to make it sound a little different.
Correct, T-Bot. And like C Money and his wife had a Pulitzer show today. They were acting a complete fool, and it was all 100% facts. Dude, they were on the money talking about this shit. And see, what makes me mad is when they don't. Of course, it doesn't make me mad because we know what they do. We know they'll never dwell on what Sony does wrong, but they still
Mm-hmm.
talking about fucking Craig when The Last of Us did blackface on a PC in a finished game. They think we forget shit like this. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, but you have to, and you see they strategically gave them Sea of Thieves. So when the FTC comes in and says, oh, well, you gave them a game like Hi-Fi Rush that didn't do
Mm-hmm.
big numbers,
Mm-hmm.
Sea of Thieves have 40 million. And you see how the Xbox division let them know, hey, no, we have 40 million users before we put this shit on Sony. Okay, so that's
Mm-hmm.
letting Lena Khan's clown face looking ass know, hey, bitch, we put a huge ass game on Sony's platform to help
Yeah.
them. And here's the thing that's going to
So
help
we know
Microsoft.
why they did that. You know why they did that, brother. Me and you said I said it to you, and
Yeah,
then you're like, you're right, Gamebot. You agree.
yeah,
I told
yeah,
you they do
and
that because if they want to make any future acquisitions, they want to look good,
yes,
and that's the way to do it.
Unlimited is one of the sharpest young motherfuckers I know. And
Mm-hmm.
I disagree with him when he said, uh, what's that game? We were just talking about it. Sea of Thieves wasn't going to do well. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, no, I think they're going to do okay because Minecraft does great. And the reason I said that is because Minecraft, and they'll play games like that, right? They'll play these games and and the other people love them. But the thing is, we hear the less than 4% of the community. IGN and Digital Foundry, all of us, we're less than 4% of the population. You know what I mean? People don't hear us. And yes, um, we are the, what am I trying to say? We're the ones that come first. I forget my own stuff here. Uh, but we buy the products first, then the lag, then the
We're the
casuals.
hardcore. Hardcore.
Then
Hardcore.
it's a name for it.
We're the
I'm
hardcore. Hardcore.
hardcore is it, but the actual terminology is early adapters. We're the early adapters, which means hardcore to us. Then they're the casuals. Then they're the laggards that pull up the rear and buy a console. The reason this is the natural progression of a hardware product. It is high when it's launched. It may be a little higher the second year, then it's going to start to gradually go down. I think that lady's name is Lisa Sue. I'm not sure of AMD. She said we're in the fifth year of the console market. This is expected, and they'll go down further this year. Okay. If there is a bump in sales, it'll be because of Call of Duty, which is a huge game, but or GTA, which is a huge game. But right after that Christmas jump, it's going to go right back down in the tank because new hardware is expected to come around. But again, the last thing, and which is the most important thing, Microsoft can't appear to kill companies. That's what the FTC and Jim Ryan said in court. But see,
And you know what? You
go
have a
ahead.
valid point. You know what? You're right. That's probably exactly why they're doing what they're doing, because they don't
It
want
is.
to look
It's
like
the
a
Apple.
bad guy
Right. It's the
actually
Apple
killing
situation.
somebody. Even they may be trying to do that. You're right
It's
about
the
that. I didn't think about that.
it's
Didn't think about
it's
that. You're right.
but you remember what happened with Microsoft and Apple? It's the Apple situation, he bought. When Bill Gates gave Apple $150 million, Judge said, "Hey, well, everybody was about to leave. Judge said, "Hey, we have to figure out how Apple is going to pay this back." Bill said, "No, you keep that shit." That gives them credibility. And remember when the judge in San Francisco said, Sony, if Microsoft is putting their games into their service day one, that seems smart to me. Why don't you do it?" She said, a federal judge said that shit to Sony in court. They didn't have shit to say. The biggest thing in the world was when Brazil outed Sony. That was the most beautiful thing the world has ever seen. Hey, hey, we talking shit about people. Remember that dude, Luke Steele? All of a sudden, he's gone. No one knows where he is right now. This dude was in every podcast talking about the CMA, and the CMA is going to block this, and the CMA this, and this. Haven't seen his ass in a year. And not in a year. I told him, I forget what show it was on. It was on Risket's show or Gas show. I was in the chat listening to this bullshit guy. I said, dude, I hope the CMA blocks this shit so you could see how unimportant the CMA is to a United States corporation. I hope they block it. And sure enough, they blocked it.
You were talking about before they approved the
Yes,
acquisition of
yes.
Activision.
Oh man, yeah, before they approved it. Yeah, boy.
Well,
And they really thought that. And
I'm just trying to say with your story, following up with your story, trying to stay up to date what you're saying.
oh yeah, that was the CMA thing. But it's talking about people that came in talking shit. And Luke Steele was this mergers and acquisitions attorney from the UK or somewhere. He thought he knew all of this shit. And granted, I'm not gonna say I'm a lawyer. I had 1 year of business law, but I knew that Microsoft had an ironclad deal. It was nothing nobody could do to stop it. Nothing. And like right now, the FTC is posturing, saying they looking into Microsoft. You could look all you want, you can't do shit. But see, as long as Microsoft continues to play nice and make deals with everyone, man, they are silently owning the hell out of everyone. I mean, they killing it. and it's nothing nobody could do about it as long as they play nice. And that's all they doing. If Microsoft would really threaten, they would have put Starfield on the PlayStation. They would have put it on there. If that bitch would fit, they would have put it on there. But and you know, I don't, of course, you know I don't like that shit. But
Yeah.
you know I don't like it because I just let them
Because
die.
from the
But
angle that we look at it, it's very difficult to
mhm,
swallow. If that makes
mhm.
any sense.
No,
Well,
no, it makes all of the sense, dude. I totally understand, but that's why I came to you the way I came to you, because I know you'll listen to reason. And dude, that's as honest as I can be because it's
yeah, but
100%
you
accurate.
also know that is where I'm saying is coming from the heart. That is not because I'm
Yeah,
hating or
yeah,
trying to get
yeah,
attack
yeah.
Microsoft. You know that.
Right,
That's
right.
not what I'm doing.
It's here. You say it that way. I say it this way, dude. Gaming to me is not a hobby. It's a
Hmm.
way of life. I
Yeah,
depend
it's
on
a right. It's
gaming,
a
dude.
cultural thing. Yeah.
I depend on it. I mean, my kids are the most important, and you can put my family under my kids, my whole family under my kids. Then it's the way I make my money. Then when I get home, dude, I do my best to game every damn day.
Right.
I,
Right. Right.
I've never missed a month of gaming since 1976. And I went through two sports in high school, long time
Hmm.
girlfriend in high school, long time girlfriend, college, married, kids, never missed a game, never missed a practice, but I gamed every day somehow. You know, of course I could miss 2 weeks because in college you can be gone for two
Right.
weeks
Right.
playing basketball or some shit. But, you know, it's a way of life to me, dude. I take this very, very seriously. And
Yeah.
when you have, it's like feeding your kids that banana. You know how you have that banana and they have a brown spot in it? Well, you cut that part out. That's Sony
Yeah.
to the gaming industry. Cut those bitches out.
Yeah.
I'm so
Exactly.
sick of Sony, dude. Sony can get their ass out of here. I'm sick of them. Okay? And like Tuck was talking earlier about how they're trying to cut. They are the ones that's ruining Helldivers. And hey, I've always said Helldivers is a trash game. Everybody claims, where's the story? Where's the story? Well, where's the story in Helldivers? Where's the single player game in Helldivers at? Where
Yep.
is it?
Yep.
Okay. See, oh, hey, Segaman, since you want to open your mouth, is Helldivers a complete game? I only want to play complete games. Remember that?
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
they always talk about we don't have complete games. Helldivers don't look complete to me, Segaman.
Nope.
You know, let's keep, since everybody want to be real about things, let's be real about that. You know, I'm holding that like they were going off on C Money show that it was our boy Jeremy Brown. He threw a rock out there. He was like, it looked like mismanagement to me. Dude, these jokers were acting a complete fool this morning. And, you know, but I wish I could have chimed in a lot, but I just had, man, I've been going all damn day. But dude,
Mhm.
I'm glad I got a chance to get on. But he thought I understand the anger. But
Hmm. It's
this is
frustration
something.
and anger,
This
but not
this is
because
something.
I said it's not because I don't want Xbox to succeed. I don't like them. It's because I'm
Oh yeah,
tired of them coming off as
talking.
they're helping the bad guy, the enemy. Like I can't stand.
That's what it looks like. Hey, Heba, let me tell you something. It's Microsoft is they're so powerful right now, dude. Their their next
They gotta
console,
watch what they do because they get scrutinized for any step they make. I know exactly
they,
what you mean. You're right.
they covered all of their bases. Man, they're what Microsoft has going on is utterly ridiculous.
They're the
And
biggest target, right?
it,
Right, Zane?
but
That's what you can
but
say. They're the biggest
they're
target.
they're yeah, they're the biggest target, but they have so many people in their pocket, and they're
Right.
working deals with so many people. This was the worst thing, and I said this to people, and they didn't want to believe me. You remember TK9 didn't want to believe what I said, and I said it's like Microsoft. It's like Sony had a lemonade stand, and then all of a sudden everybody had a lemonade stand, but Microsoft has all of the water and all of the sugar to every lemonade stand that's on the street. And they gave Sony's lemonade stand, which is Call of Duty, to Nintendo, to online services, to everybody is getting it. And here's the big picture of it, Hebot. And of course, I'm not saying, Hebot, listen to this because you don't know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about because you said this. Microsoft is giving everyone Call of Duty. Hey, all of you guys that I've given Call of Duty to, you get 30%. And give me my check for the 70%. How big is our portfolio? Okay, because you're giving us all of your money now, all of it. No, don't give me 29%. Don't give me 69%. I want 70%. I want all of it.
Right.
So all of these clowns talking all of this nonsense, dude, they're dead. They're 100%. Microsoft can it's like somebody just coming to your house giving you 70% of their money at the end of the week. And I just sit back and listen to these people and I'm like, dude, they don't know what the hell they're talking about, you know? And then the ones that I say you don't know what you're talking about, they love to say Microsoft is leaving gaming. When Sarah Bond, you remember how everybody was promoting Sarah Bond to Phil is going to retire, Sarah Bond is going to leave Microsoft, and Satya Nadella is going to leave, and all of this shit, and Sarah Bond is going to be president of the world and spin the earth the other way, the opposite direction and shit. So all of a sudden, when she says we're going to have a console with the biggest technological leap ever, now people are playing semantics with it. It doesn't mean performance. That's what Asante said. It doesn't mean performance. What does that mean? What the fuck are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Dude, what the hell are you talking about? You know? So, dude, it's things like that, Hebot, and that you know that drive. It doesn't drive me crazy because I know now, but I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, you might as well call me fucking Hebot. Because I want Sony dead so bad. I want Sony dead more than you, Hebot.
I think it's the same.
No, I don't think it's the same. I want them dead more.
Because I can't stand them. You have no. I may not.
Hey, Sega man, here's how I know I be Hebot. Hebot. There's a PlayStation 5 in your house.
Oh, I didn't pay for it though.
It's in your. You hear? Hey, Sega man. Hey, Sega man. Did you hear him throw that curveball at me?
No. Wait. I'll give you all of this. Okay, let me give you. Do I have a right to give you a legitimate answer, and then maybe you can tell me? Okay, I understand.
Okay, but before that, that's why I don't play baseball, Hebot, because I can pitch my ass off, but I cannot hit a curveball. But I can hit that curveball you just threw at me. Now tell me, explain this. I wish I could see the chat. Explain to the congregation, Hebot, why you have a PlayStation in your home.
Okay. Well, first of all, it's a gift. That's number one. Number two.
A gift from who, Hebot?
From my son. It was from my friend that gave it to my son.
Yeah.
He gave
somebody gave. Okay, Hebot. Could I ask you a question?
Wait. Other thing. Are you there?
I'm listening.
Other thing.
Yeah.
Okay. No. I thought I accidentally dropped out.
He tried to cut me off. He tried to. Sega man. He tried to pull a plug on my black ass.
No.
Go ahead, Hebot. I can't wait to hear this shit.
Look, he escaped. He was trying to dip. No. The main reason, since even when I started with PlayStation 2, the main reason was because I was always a big Sega fan. That's my favorite console of all time. That's my favorite company.
PlayStation killed Sega, Hebot.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. But unfortunately, Sega had no, how can I say, they had
Sega man, this is the longest explanation I've ever heard Hebot do in my life.
Either they didn't have no money or they didn't have no more, what you call that, a pride, that they put a lot of games on PlayStation.
Because PlayStation killed them.
That either because of that or because they just didn't have they had no more pride. It was one or the other. Put a lot of games that they made that were only put on PlayStation and not anywhere else. Because the reason why I bought an Xbox OG was because of all those 14 games that they did, the deal that they made, right, with Peter Moore. That was the whole reason. But then I fell in love with other stuff that, Xbox offered, like Halo, obviously, right? So that turned me into an Xbox fan, and it felt like a natural transition from the Dreamcast to the OG. But with PS2, it was like a love-hate because they had games, especially a lot of arcade shit like Virtual Fighter 4, like
We
Vampire
trying to
Night.
figure out why you have a PS5 in your house.
Well, I'm
You
trying to
said you're
explain
going
to
to explain
you.
that.
This is the real. This is low, straight up the reason why. Because Sega put games on PlayStation that I just can't play anywhere else.
Yeah.
So I needed those exclusives from Sega because those are games I liked from either the arcade or from franchises they had, like Astro Boy, for example. Then PS3, the same fucking shit. They gave me games that you couldn't
What about
play.
the PS5?
Well, the PS5 is now that a lot of these indie games, especially beat 'em ups and shoot 'em ups, that I
And you
really,
do
really
play
like.
indie games, and I watch you play some. I'm like, why is he playing this game? But you like those games, and I
So
can get with that.
I love a
Hmm.
lot of the beat 'em
Yeah,
ups. I
I
love
can
the
get with
shoot 'em
that.
ups.
Yeah,
And there's a lot of them.
one of my top 10 games all time is Streets of Rage. In fact, I'm gonna play some of it today. I beat the damn
Right,
game
right.
with
What you
every
saw me
damn
playing,
character.
I was playing the other day the Ninja Turtle arcade
Contra.
game.
Well, I
So,
saw you playing Contra, and I was pissed that I can't get that good, dude.
well,
I'm
where
not good
was I
anymore,
playing
Contra.
Contra? Wait, but where was I playing Contra?
So I don't know. I don't
No,
know. I
no,
just
where?
saw you playing
What
on one
console?
of your
What console?
songs.
What console was I playing it?
It was the new Contra. I don't know which
Okay,
one
now what
console, but
console was
it
I'm
was
asking?
the new Contra. Oh, I don't know.
On
I
Xbox,
don't
right? I was playing it on
know.
Xbox, right?
Okay, so why do you have a PlayStation 5?
Because they put a lot of indie games like those shoot 'em ups, classic ones from like Namco title, and beat 'em ups, especially like the
So
Takeover on
I win.
PlayStation consoles and Nintendo, but not on Xbox. So I have to unfortunately play them there because I like those games, but not because I like the PlayStation
Okay. Okay,
necessarily.
so what you're saying is I
Yes.
dislike Sony 100%. You dislike Sony 99.9999999%.
Okay, okay. We can go with that. That's fine.
Okay. All right.
I'll
Okay,
take
that's
it.
cool.
I'll take
That's
it.
cool. That's cool. I just wanted to be number one. You can be number one A.
That's fine. I'll
Okay.
take it.
All right.
No, no,
We'll go with that.
but you have a credible argument. Because
Okay.
if I really didn't like them as much as I said, oh, that point, I wouldn't have shit. I wouldn't even care about playing. But my problem is, I love a lot of indie beat 'em ups, shoot 'em
Okay.
ups.
Here's what I would do. If that came down to me, I'd pack all my shit and I'd be done. I would, if I had to play a PlayStation because I dislike Sony that much, I would stop gaming.
Okay.
I just
I mean,
stop.
if they were the only
But
one that was gaming,
but I wouldn't stop gaming because I play my greatest games. I honestly could play 5 games for the rest of my life and never miss a beat. I could play Halo. I could play Gears. I could play Mass Effect. I could play Forza and Ninja Gaiden for the rest of my life and not miss
right, and not a bad list at all. And
it.
absolutely.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I love to play Flight Simulator. I would like to play Streets of Rage, but if I have 5 games, those will be it. And of
Right.
course, even Chess Master. That's the for you guys. You know, I have an enormous library of games, but
Shit,
it's
even
only
pinball. Even the pinball games are great, like the
oh yeah
Sonic
oh
Spitball. Oh
yeah
my
oh
god, that game's so
fantastic.
addictive.
The only
Addictive.
game the only game I keep my 360 for is Chess Master.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That
You like
that's
chess?
that's
Huh?
the
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
best chess game. Man, I have about 3 chess games on my Xbox, but they're not as good as the setup of Chess Master.
Okay.
For some odd reason, I can't get Chess Master
Shit, I
on the
remember I used to play
on
a
Xbox.
fucking on the. I think it was in the Master System. We used to play this fucking. I want to say it was parlor games. It was a fucking pool table game, but it was fucking awesome, dude. I was so addicted. I used to play hours on that game.
Yeah, man.
I
But
think it was
hey,
parlor game. I think it was
but
parlor.
but to make this Sunday great, I'm glad Second Man had a show. I was enjoying the show. And of course, I'm glad I heard your rant, but I could take that coming from you. I could take that coming from somebody like Six Layer or E-Rock or Unlimited or New League or 100 or Flip Money or one of the guys that I know that's that's legit. That's not some bullshit. But I
Mhm.
could explain it, and once I explain it, I know you'll listen to it. But I'm telling you, as someone that watched the stock market every single day, and
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
I really can't miss a day. That's the reason this is going on. And
Right. Right.
the respect that they have for the Xbox division within the industry is legendary. Okay, and from the top of Microsoft with Azure, that's Xbox server racks that are in these massive ass devices. That's all over the
Mhm.
world. Okay,
But that
and
makes
connect.
sense. That makes sense, though. What you said,
Yeah, dude.
it makes
Yeah,
sense. It does make sense. That's why I'm not.
yeah.
That's why I'm like, nah, flip, nah, others ain't crazy. No, because it does make sense. It does make sense.
Yeah, yeah, and like this new dude on Ray Ray's show. I think his name is KT. He said, "Let's bring back bullying." I agree 100%. All of these people like Jazz, uh, Brand, and all these other YouTubers, some our people, uh, Paul Tassi, uh, Ryan McCaffrey. Don't
Mm-hmm.
forget, we can't forget that
Jeff
Destin
Keighley,
McGarry, Jeff
Dustin
Keighley.
McGarry,
Yeah,
the
Destin
fucking
is.
Colin Moriarty's.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Colin Moriarty. Hey, you
I
know
got
what?
your back. You know I
Hey,
got your
I,
back.
check this out. I really want to watch that video, that Todd Howard interview with Greg Miller, but I can't stand Greg Miller that
Yeah, I don't like
much.
Brad Miller.
I
I don't like
do.
him.
I do not want to watch that show for nothing, just
Don't like.
because of Greg Miller. But see, people like them that never want to report the news, dude, they burn my ass up.
Mhm.
And they'll mention it and then they'll shy away from it, won't talk about it ever again. But the reason I brought up bullying, Microsoft would seem like a bully to the idiots like Lena Khan, Elizabeth Warren. She's a real jackass. You know, she
Mhm.
man, she make dude. Listen, I don't care about. I told you guys this before. I don't give a shit about politics until you
Mhm.
come into my home. Lena Khan was trying to come into my home by fooling around with Microsoft. Elizabeth
Mhm.
Warren agrees with her. You're trying to ruin my happiness. And I tell you, I told you guys I had a behavior program. I always told the kids you have to have a buffer that's not alcohol or drugs that'll settle you down. Video games settle me down. No matter how bad the day is outside, every day brings its new challenges. Whether my day is bad, I'm gonna cut your head off in gears, or I'm gonna race hard. If the day is cool, I feel like relaxing. I'll play uh Forza and just race Daytona the whole
Right.
damn. Put 100 laps up there and just race Daytona, dude.
Right. Right.
You
Right.
know. But everyone has their buffer. I have my high school girlfriend. She'll soul things. Everyone
Mhm.
has their different things. Some people read a damn book. Vodka's bullshit ass. He'll paint a car and make my
Mhm.
shit look terrible, like the third grader did my shit. Versus his. But everyone has their thing. But when the government comes in here,
Oh
and now
yeah. Oh
you
yeah.
gonna ruin my bruh, I
And
can't
mind
stand
your
you.
fucking business. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man. But
Well,
well, now I'm in trouble
you know, Zink,
because
we're
I
built. Way we're built is we could be the nicest people in the world, and I'm talking
all
about
facts.
all of us here in the panel, from Tuck
Hmm.
all the way to Sega Man. But
Hmm.
when you step and fuck around with our in our grounds, whether it's our home, family, friends close to us,
Hmm.
we can be just as mean as the one that you think that it's not possible. You know what I mean? We
Hmm.
have a bark that you don't want to see it, and that's what they don't understand. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That's the
And
difference.
and I think that's the reason we all kind of hang is because we have the same tendencies. Like all of my
Mhm.
boys, we some rough guys, but we family guys first.
Yeah.
And we all cherish our parents. They did some good for us. And it's like the day you called me talking about one of your kids, dude, I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
having one of the worst days of all time.
Right,
but
right,
you had something to get off your chest. So I
right.
don't know how, what I talked you over an hour. I was
Yeah,
like, I was
it's
like,
about
hey, you
over
know
now.
what? I'm like, dude, I'm in trouble already. So fuck that shit. You know, this shit can wait. Am I gonna get in more trouble? Yeah, but so what? You know, who gives a damn? You know, I'd rather take care of that and talk with you first.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
I mean, put it to the side for me. Yeah, absolutely.
but we all like that, dude. I heard about shit you've done. You know,
Yeah.
you don't have to do that. But we all the same people. But the constant we have is gaming is a true passion, and it's
The
just not.
connection that we have is through gaming. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? And truth be told, dude, if all electricity is lost, you can't play games. Hey, it's a game. You go do something else, and
Yeah.
that's that. But I'm glad I do take it as serious as I take it. But Sega Man managed to pull me out here because I damn sure wasn't supposed to be out here today. But I'll be in trouble. But at least
He
my
always do
mother
those
did.
drive-bys. That's because I inspired him to do a drive-by. That's why.
That's when I was sneak outside and do something. But I pulled an E-Rock. E-Rock said you got to make sure she have a lot of things to do, and I did give my mother a lot of all the groceries. She had a lot of things to do. So I know she don't need me right now, but I better
Yeah.
check in. But anyway,
Just
man,
keep
hey,
her
good talking
occupied.
to y'all.
Right.
Hey, hey,
Hey,
you're not
you
wrong with your passion, dude.
Zing.
You're not wrong with it at all. That was very accurate. But even though that reason a lot of people don't see it, I know you
Yeah,
understand it.
yeah,
And
yeah,
but
yeah.
but pretty soon you're going to hear it. All right, dude.
Hmm.
Microsoft, Nvidia, a couple this company called Palantir, a few other companies that you guys haven't heard of. Hey man,
Yeah. It's just hard sometimes to write it out.
Hey,
That's
Dan.
basically it. That's all.
yeah, I understand.
But us being mature in knowledge, we can do that. We know how to write it out as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, and I'm glad you came out kicking. But I said, oh shit, he about is pissed.
Right,
He about is mad as
Hey,
shit.
guess what,
right,
man?
right.
What's up, Sega man?
Guess what? This dude on Twitter, he wrote, his name is RTX Creator. He wrote, Xbox seeing Sony PlayStation crumble to dust before their biggest Xbox showcase.
Hey, dude, he's right. And speaking of I think it's RTX podcast.
Yeah.
Dude, Tim Dog was on there some time ago talking scandalous. And if I call somebody out like that, dude, they ain't shit. I listen to them. You're going to incriminate yourself. Oh, and this will make you guys happy. And
I
sure
mean,
enough,
this is a guy
some
who sat down with the interns and they bought him lunch,
hey,
paid for his hotel, shit like that. You know what I mean?
he bought. Phil Spencer ran out to get his millionth gamer
Yes,
score, dude,
sir. And
and
then after that, he put in their face. Yep, yep.
he had the he had the opportunity to stand in the presence of Jessica Chobot. Dude, that
Hmm.
bitch bad as shit. Okay, just by looking at somebody that fire, make me like, you know what? I'll never say nothing. They would have to say something bad about my mom before I said something bad about Xbox. And same thing with Tim Dog, and I'll never forget this. He said,
Right.
Satya Nadella, he's not interested at all. He sat down at a table with us at E3, and he wasn't interested in what we were saying at all. Because you're stupid, Tim Dog. You don't know shit. He knew immediately by the shit coming out of your mouth. You didn't know what the hell you were talking about. That's why he was disinterested. Disinterested. You couldn't tell him anything. That's why. That's why he didn't pay attention to you, Tim. You know, so stupid ass out of here. But yeah, I remember that. And hey, you know what? If he wasn't interested, why was Satya Nadella at a damn game show? You know, if Satya Nadella isn't interested, why did he say, "Hey, everybody that's important at Microsoft, pack your shit. Where we going? We going to help Phil Spencer in federal court in San Francisco. Oh, no gym shoes. Everybody dressed to kill." everybody said, "Hey, just point in the direction of where you want us to shoot, Satya. We'll shoot first, ask questions later." The whole team pulled up. Everybody talking shit about Sony. Who came to court with
Hey,
Sony?
Zink,
Yeah.
the first lady of X is here, brother.
Oh no, she gonna cuss me out. Yeah,
Oh
just don't
yeah.
cuss me out in public, okay?
Oh yes. You've been missing for far
Oh.
too long. How you been, Zink?
Hey man, I can't complain. Just having my mother run me in circles. That's all, you
Has
know.
he?
Getting a
Oh,
little bit older, you know, her long-term memory is exceptional and poignant, but
oh,
that
okay. That's
short-term memory is going,
okay.
dude.
My
It's
dad
it's
is
one of
suffering
those
from
times.
Alzheimer's, so yeah, we
Yeah.
gotta take him in this year. So I can feel your pain there. You know,
Well,
trying.
at least you ain't gonna cuss me out like you did the last time. Hey,
I
it's second man. I don't know what you laughing. You just let her cuss me out. It's hey, Peabody. It was like being scolded by your mom and all your friends back up and shit and trying to disappear. It's like, oh shit, we gonna get in trouble too. That's what Sega Man and them did. They didn't say it was quiet as hell, dude. It was just
I
going
was
on.
concerned though. I did talk to Olympic. I said, "Where's Zink? I haven't seen him in a while." You know, if I don't see you guys after a while, I start getting a little concerned. So, but I'm glad
Hmm.
that you're okay. You know, because I was
Yeah,
asking
it's good. It's
around.
good to have Zink here, there. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I pulled the unlimited, man. Unlimited is the one that's not excusable. Unlimited is 12 years old. He could stay up 24 hours for the longest time. He don't have a reason to disappear, no matter how much work he's doing.
Yeah, he kind of felt a little bit guilty. He said, "Yeah, he did say he's going to do some more shows. He's going to try to, you know, be a little bit more consistent." He was so busy though. Even we didn't hear from him. So you know, except when he went on vacation, that was the first time I heard from him.
Mhm. Oh yeah, he sent me a picture of that Forza machine.
Oh, okay, wow,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was
that's
pretty
awesome.
good. Yeah. So what's up with you? Before I get out of here, what's on your mind?
Well, I'm seeing Sony like blow up. I mean,
what's
over this
what's
whole
First Lady
Hell
of X?
Divers
What's
thing.
going on? First Lady of X. They you heard Tuck, man. They getting rid of that Hell Divers, man. They took it off
Yeah,
there. What's going
that's
on?
a disaster,
Hold
man.
Oh
on.
With
Hey,
what
boy.
let me
you
set
hear.
this up for Dia real quick. Hey,
Oh
Sega
boy.
Man and Peapod, because Dia got that 90-90. Talk to us about it, Dia.
Well, I will warn people that is how PC gamers are. They don't take no crap from people. They have short tempers, and they're extremely patient when they have to be. But if they think that you know that a company has gotten something over on them,
Yeah.
they will punish them. That's true.
Yeah.
I've seen it with every publisher, even Microsoft. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I've seen it with Epic. You name it, they'll punish them, and that's what they're doing in Sony. Sony's learning the hard way. This is not the PlayStation fan base.
So
You
what you
cross,
saying is, Dia, um, the PC doesn't have a Destin Legary that's going to protect Sony.
no,
Okay.
look where that fosters from is because PC was overlooked and kind of mistreated in the early days and stuff. You get terrible ports, and you still do at times. People don't really consider. Our money goes the same way as other people's money go. And I do both, so I see it from both sides. But we pay you on the PC side. You're paying for your games most of the time. You don't have the
Right.
luxury of that's why I think Steam does it what they do to give us discounts and stuff to make it affordable, because you can't pay for every game at the top price. You have
Mhm.
to have reprieve from some of that, right? So I will say that this is why you want to know why this is something that the realist asked me one time. I was on a show with him and Sega Forever, and he was kind of beating me up over my loyalty to Steam. But you want to know why I'm loyal to Steam? It's what you saw with this whole Helldivers thing.
Yeah.
They did not wait for Sony to say, oh, okay, you can do refunds and stuff. Steam took it upon themselves, and it's not just for the people who are locked out of their game from the countries that have been cut off from PSN. They're
Mhm.
doing it across the board for everybody. This is
Yeah,
Steam.
Dia,
This is the reason why they do that.
I
I'm sorry.
heard
Go ahead.
somebody, I heard to say this, and then you could keep on your fire. I think it was on C Money Show that Some guy played 200 hours of Helldivers and got a refund.
It still got a refund. Yep.
Yeah, from
So
Steam.
if people ever wonder why PC gamers are so loyal to Steam, is that, and it's the same reasons why I say that, at least from people, I can't speak from who play on other platforms, but Xbox is very similar. Like what drew me to Xbox was that whole cyberpunk thing. I told you that was the straw that broke my back with when it came to PlayStation. They refused to give a refund for the people who could not play the game. Literally, I could not play the game. I didn't have a PlayStation 4 Pro and all. I had the original. So I could not play Cyberpunk on their platform. And they gave us a hard time trying to just get our money back. We had a broken game that we could not play. So I
So
looked
what you
on.
saying is that you and Hebot really like PlayStation.
No, I don't like PlayStation. That's the reason
Oh,
why I'm gone. I
okay.
don't own a PlayStation. I've
Oh, okay.
told people this before. I'm only concerned with the platforms I have, and that's Xbox and PC. Period. I don't
Okay.
own
But
a
I think
Nintendo, and I don't
you
own a
misspoke
PlayStation.
because you said you were trying to play Cyberpunk on the PlayStation, not Xbox.
Yes, I was. But that was before. That was on the PlayStation 4. I
Oh,
never
so
picked
you
up.
really like PlayStation. You really like the PlayStation 4.
Nah,
I'm tripping.
not
I'm
really. I
tripping, Tia.
didn't. I didn't. I really didn't play the first parties or nothing. I really, when I actually thought about it, I was like, why do I have a PlayStation? And I didn't have a reason to have one. So I just said, let me get an Xbox, and that's what I and I looked at what Xbox did first, and what they did without question, they refunded people their money. No, just they just did it. Similar to what Steam did, and I have respect for that because I saw that. I've seen that many times from Steam, and I was like, Xbox is very similar to Steam when it comes to that, and they
Right.
have such good return policies and everything. And I saw the services that you guys was getting was so much better. And people ask me why I have Xbox. That's the reason why. It's the services.
Mhm.
It's the way they treat their customers and stuff. That's the main reason why. That drew me over to look at Xbox and then give them a second look. Then I picked up Game Pass. Then from there, I picked up the console. It just went from one step to another. And that's how I got into it. But
Mhm.
Sony is showing you consistently how they are. They have simply now, Steam can't be held liable. They can't allow a game to be sold that people cannot play.
Mhm.
Now, whether Sony was willing to do it or not, Steam would have done it because they've done it with other games before. So what they did is now you can no longer buy Helldivers on in the all in, like, 177 countries can
Hey,
no longer
well, Tia,
buy it.
hold on. Let me jump in and I'll let you go back on your rant. We need to find out where Destin is. Because Destin was complaining about something Microsoft didn't do for all of these other countries. Now let's see if Destin talks about this and harp
I would
on it
love to see
every
it.
other month.
He
You
needs
know,
to, because the gamers, and I know this is PC gamers, because oh my gosh, you don't know how angry some of these PC gamers are at the ponies. They're furious because they're sitting up there telling them, well, it's okay, that they're whining that they can't play a game anymore that they paid money for. Unbelievable.
yeah.
They talking about,
And
oh, it takes 2
Oh
seconds to make
shit!
an account,
What happened?
a PSN
They was
account
in
that
the
don't
house.
exist in your country.
that's crazy.
177 countries?
That's crazy.
Unbelievable.
Hey, dear. Also, and you're talking, and this is something he about not talking about. Well, he about knows about it. We've been doing this game a long time. And
Uh-huh.
Sony is consistent with their BS, dude.
Yes, they are.
Marvin Gaming said, like, he's a super mega pony. This dude said last week that Sony charged his card $172, and his wife was like, "What?" And he
What?
forgot it was on automatic renewal. He didn't want to renew it at that time.
Right.
And they made him pay for the whole year. Well, they got a refund from the bank, and Sony canceled their account.
Wow.
Now, he said this. He didn't abandon Sony, but he said the only way he can get his account back is to give them $172.
Wow.
How do you like
Wow.
that? Now, that's amazing. I'm glad that dude, every now and again, I'll listen to him, go crazy. But, when Sony do something that's that wrong to him, and he told us about it, hey man, I would have told you guys, but I would have kept that under my hat. But we don't
Yeah.
have problems like that from Microsoft.
Unbelievable.
We
Yeah,
just
because
don't.
it just makes him look like a fool to keep with a company that's willing to do you like that.
Facts. Yeah.
Unbelievable. But yeah, I think
Dear,
Sony
you
has
said
exposed.
177 countries.
Yes. Yep. They actually are in only
That's a lot.
62 or something like that. Yeah, I did not. I actually that surprised me because I actually thought they were in more territories than that. But yeah, apparently that's it. Where the PSN is, right? They have consoles there. But
Right.
you heard about what they told the Ukrainians, right?
Uh-oh.
The Ukrainians have to buy a PS5 in order to access a PSN account to play Helldivers.
What?
No joke. So there is a financial barrier there for the Ukrainians.
What's up, Prime?
Wow.
Man.
Unbelievable, man. And where's the media? Where are they?
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
crazy.
they're on Xbox like white on rice. Where the heck are they now?
Mm-hmm.
They're quiet. Only people who are complaining, the only people you hear are the PC gamers. You don't hear anybody else. And the only company that's been stand up in all of this has been Steam, because they did everything on their own. They took that loss, just like Xbox has done with the Red Ring of Death, or when they had to return things.
Yes.
They did that. That's why I
Yes.
respect Xbox when it comes to those policies.
And you know what, dear? I was mega hot then. I had 4 consoles go back. Well, it was 2 of mine, 2 of my sons. But my son don't have money to buy a console. I think he was 5 or 6 around that time or something like
Right,
that.
right.
And here's the thing, dear. When I sent those consoles back, I'm gonna have to go a second. That's my mom calling.
Oh,
When I
okay.
sent those consoles back, uh, I got one back within 5 days. All
Oh,
4
wow.
times. Yeah,
Man,
I
Wow.
that's
got one
quick.
right back. It was amazing, dude. And but that's how you satisfy a customer, dude.
That's
That
right.
that's that's how you do it right there. And also, dear, I was gonna say, I'm glad I got a chance to say this. No company is scared of Sony now because of what happened in court. And I said he might not. We all talked about this because Brazil outed Sony, and these developers started to realize Sony isn't that powerful. Did you hear that company that made Helldivers? They blew up Sony. They said, "Hey, call Sony."
Oh
And
yeah, that's yeah.
yeah,
Now you know what? I don't know
I
how
was
to
shocked to
feel.
hear that.
I'm shocked. Look, the development team that did the Hell Divers is small. They're very small. So like, I think they've been blindsided by this. And like I said, I was even surprised to see that PSN is not in all these countries where they actually sell the hardware. Was shocking.
Hmm.
You
Yeah,
know,
that's
so
shocking.
yeah. So why would they make a policy where you have to have it in order to play a game? Unbelievable. It's just I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey man, well, I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna call my mom. If it's not important, I'll come back, but I'll be listening
Okay.
in when I
Okay.
finish with my mom. All right, I'll
All
talk to
Okay.
right,
you guys
Zay.
in a minute.
Thank you, brother. Hope you can
All
come
right,
back.
peace. All right, see you
Hey,
first, lady.
okay. Take care.
Yep.
Hey, D.
Hey, Sega Man.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, we were just talking, and I wanted to get your opinion because everybody left. I don't know if he might come back,
He might. He
but
just price call probably dropped.
yeah, but man, I tell you what, D, the big talk is about the hell divers, but man, I tell you what, a lot of people's been getting on Jez Gordon and Tim Dog. Tim Dog,
Oh
man, he seems like he's the big talk of the town right now.
man, I'm so sick of Tim Dog. I don't know what to do. And I love Post because last time I talked about him, I think it was with Post a little bit,
Yeah,
but he needs. I think if he since he says he's friends with Tim Dog, I don't know Tim Dog. I just know of him.
yeah,
Okay, but
me too.
Here's my message to Tim Dog. If he ever looks at this podcast, for the love of all that's holy, play your PlayStation 5 and move on. Phil has moved on. Sarah has moved on. Matt Booty has moved on. And those of us who have stayed behind have moved on.
Yeah.
We understand what Xbox is doing. And whether we like it or not, this is the platform we have chosen.
Right.
I would love for you to stop complaining about a platform you are no longer a part of. So do us all a favor. If you ever cared about the Xbox community, just move on.
Yeah.
That's my message to him.
Yeah, because
I'm tired of his whining. I'm so sorry. I'm tired of his whining. I'm tired of complaining about something that no longer concerns him. He's no longer an Xbox gamer. Okay. And whether he had a good reason to leave or not, that's fine. He's moved on. Let that be the end of it. When I moved on from PlayStation, I don't bring that up all the time. I bring it up if the subject warrants it, right? But I don't talk about PlayStation. I talk about Xbox a lot. I moved on from PlayStation. So that's what he needs to do. I know what it's like to give up your library and everything that you built up over time. But you move on. If you make that decision, act like a grown-up and move on. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. I'm with you 100%, D. I mean, these guys, these are grown men. You know, they're out here, you know, crying and whining about stuff and everything.
What is Jez saying? I mean, this guy, Jez is a Nintendo dude. I don't care what anybody says. He's a Nintendo guy. I've never, ever viewed Jez as no Xbox guy.
Me either.
I've never seen him as such. I don't know why. I think because his job is relying or something on it. I don't know what it is, but you know, you can do your job and not really be an Xbox person. That's okay. Be honest with people about it. But he is not no Xbox guy. I've never viewed him as one.
Yeah, and he came. Well, I think he's the one that came out. It was Tim Dog or one of them. Gogo will know. That said that I think they said that Starfield was coming to PlayStation. And then Phil Spencer came out and said, no, it's not. And he had to renege what he said. And I think that was Jez.
You know, here's the thing about Jez and what Jez needs to learn how to read the room. He's one of them Tim Dog types that like people to come frolic into him because he has all the answers, like he's the all-knowing sage or something, you know. Yeah. The fact is that Tim Dog ruined that relationship between the leadership and the fan base. And that includes him, even though he's media. The way media handled that whole ordeal, I think, taught the Xbox leadership to keep people at a distance. They lost that privilege. So I don't even think Jez knows as much as he thinks he knows. People they still glowing every time they mention Jez's name. He was one of the guys running around telling you the whole slate is going over.
Yeah.
He was one of them guys. I don't care about Jez's opinions, and I don't. If he comes on an official capacity, it has to be paired with what Microsoft has said for me to believe anything he says. I don't care who he works for. I don't care what he does. And you know, somebody, I don't know who said this. I can't remember for the life of me. They said that every time it seems like he needs a boost in viewership or something, he comes out with some outrageous statement. Now, I don't follow him enough to know that. But I can believe it. I can believe it because he was one of the main guys running around and understanding if he was really an Xbox guy, he wouldn't have done it to the degree he did, knowing that it was damaging Xbox. Everybody saw with their own eyes how much damage it was causing to the brand.
Yeah.
And that Microsoft never came out and said anything. It was all he said, you know, hearsay or rumors or something like that. So, you know, I just don't trust Jez. I don't care about Jez at all. When people use his name, I just tune it out. I don't care. And what is he saying? The whole slate going over again? What is he actually said this time?
I think he said there that expect to see Starfield on PlayStation and other consoles. I think he said.
He's saying Starfield again.
Yeah, and then they said Phil Spencer had to come out and say Starfield's only staying on Xbox.
And when was this said? When Microsoft when Phil said that? When did he say that?
Clark told me. I believe recently it was said. I
So it
don't
was
know
a recent
exactly when.
statement. Okay.
And you know
If,
another thing about him, D.
if you
One
have the
thing,
article, can you like or something like that? If you have a link, can you send that to me one day? If you get the chance, I'll check it
or
out.
can.
But here's what I'll say about that, based on what you told me. There's no reason for him to say this because the news that we've been hearing is that Xbox is about to have a June 6th showcase, that Gears is going to be shown there, which blew the internet up. Okay.
Yeah.
We're hearing that Starfield is getting ready to get an update. This is all the things that I heard. Okay.
Yeah.
And why is Jess not talking about that?
That's
my question.
Exactly, D. Why he talking about the good thing that's coming to Xbox since he's such an Xbox centric guy? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Or supposed to be, right?
Right. And I'm like, of all the things to be talking about, that was what I was hearing over the internet. People was talking about that. Even the PlayStation dudes was excited. Talking about we're gonna get some of these games on you. They're hanging on every showcase now. You do realize that, right?
I know.
So so they was even somewhat excited to see what Xbox is going to bring, which is okay by me. I don't care. But let me see. Google Post said, hold on for a second. So I think it was said in a Discord chat that he wouldn't be surprised if they went third party, and it's likely to happen, etc. Okay, so it's his opinion. I think Jazz needs to be more responsible because people sometimes won't be able to differentiate between his opinion and when he's speaking on an official capacity. Right. I do believe that he's entitled to an opinion, but I think at this point, he just needs to keep his mouth shut until things are official. It's a certain level of responsibility that comes with the media, and I know gaming media is so unprofessional that they don't know anything about this, but this is how it should be. All right. You don't usually find like normal media, news media running around telling their opinions of, oh yeah, I think America's about to go to war with Russia. So they don't do that. You're not going to catch them saying stuff like that because it could affect them on a professional level. That I would hope that these gaming journalists would do the same thing, and I please, Xbox people, stop putting these people on a pedestal. I think this is some of the problem. Just stop. I think this is why the community was so damaged before with the rumors, because they just put certain people on a pedestal. Look, there's people I respect and like a lot, even among you guys, but I don't put nobody on a pedestal. I'm gonna be honest about it. I don't. I listen to everything and then I weigh what I listen to. And if something doesn't sound right to me, I reject it. Or if I disagree with something, I voice it. I'm never afraid. That's one thing you guys have never done. You've never made it seem like I can't voice something if it's different from your opinion. I never feel fear if I disagree with Xbox. I still to this day do not agree with Xbox putting games on other platforms. I still don't agree with it. Okay. And I know that's opposite of what the Xbox leadership wants to do. And I could care less if it's a business decision. I don't like it. Okay. And I've been consistent on that. But the good thing about our community is it's okay for me to have a difference of opinion there and still be a fan of the platform. I can still be a fan, but not agree with everything they do, So
Mr. Kima said it would cost Microsoft billions of dollars to port all their games to PlayStation and
what's that? Switch, I think he meant
Switch 2.
Yeah. I agree that it costs money. And you know what? Apart from Sea of Thieves, they didn't buy any of the other 3 games. From what I hear, this is from Unlimited. Unlimited never, now he's one person I highly respect because he shows his sources, right? He shows where he gets his information. He has said consistently more than one time and has shown it that they didn't buy Grounded. They didn't buy what was the other games they had? Pentiment and
we had Grounded, Pentiment, Hi-Fi Rush.
Hi-Fi Rush. That's what they had. Yeah, they did buy Sea of Thieves.
Uh-huh.
But those other 3 games they didn't buy. So the money that Microsoft put into porting those games over is not going to be returned. It's not worth it. They can't tell me that it's worth it. Now I don't know why these people didn't buy those games. Pentiment, you can almost understand. That's such a niche game, you know. Not that it's a bad game, it's just very, very niche.
Right.
But Grounded is a fantastic game that was adopted by Xbox and PC. No movement over there. Hi-Fi Rush. I don't know what Phil was saying about the game didn't do well. I bought that game day one. I know Unlimited bought it and beat it day one.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
I was kind of surprised that he wasn't happy with the movement of Hi-Fi, but I'm not gonna question it. He knows he has the numbers. I don't, but I guess he thought it would do better on PlayStation, but apparently it didn't. They didn't buy it. Now maybe Nintendo people will. I don't think they got everything yet. I think some things might be coming to the Switch too. So we'll have to see about that. But this experiment is opening our eyes too as to what these people are willing to buy and not buy. And I really hope Microsoft I hope Phil keeps to his word that he's not going to let this stuff damage the brand. Because I've always been okay with gas games going to other places. I understand it. Yeah. Those games have to have a constant flow of people to stay alive. That's why I never had a problem with ESO staying multi-plat. I'm okay with Fallout 76 staying multi-plat.
Yeah.
And Overwatch, all these games that were already like that because they need to be like that. I'm not okay with Halo. I'm going to put that on the table. That's my hypocrisy. Yeah. I don't care that it's a gas game now. I'm not okay with Halo going over there.
Okay. It better not. It
better not. I won't like it because that's one of my favorite franchises. It better not. I don't want that to go nowhere.
D, here's the problem, D. Listen, this is the real problem. Those guys over there on PlayStation, I would say this. If we had more games going to other systems, the one to more likely play the games that go over there, honestly, I think would be Nintendo. PlayStation doesn't. Nintendo. Yeah, they're not gonna play our games. They're over there. They haven't done anything.
Yeah,
they went over there. They haven't done anything. You don't hear anything. People are saying that they're not playing the games at all. The only thing they're doing, D, is clowning or trying to clown Xbox people because we got some games that went over there. That's all they're doing. They're not supporting them. They're not buying them. They're not playing them.
Exactly. That's an excellent point. And I hope that Microsoft is paying very close attention to that because then they have to weigh what, they need to weigh. Is it worth their time and effort? Because they're paying people to do this. Money is going involved to port these games. And here's another point I want to read here.
Which
Fireball said this at 6:57 p.m.
Here, I'll put it on. Go ahead.
Okay. He says porting ain't the issue. Supporting is where they're going to get the big choke out. So he's right. It costs to, because let's say Sea of Thieves. Now it made some money, so it's justified. But he's right. If some of these games, you got to keep supporting them. You got to keep pushing updates and stuff, all of that over there on those other platforms, but nobody's buying the game. That's a problem. That's a big problem. So that's an excellent point from Fireboss. And I would like to go down to Google poll at 6:58 p.m.
6:58?
Yeah, 6:58.
I got you right here. Hold on. Here we go. Boom. There we go.
Okay. He says Microsoft probably ran an algorithm to guesstimate Sony's income from gaming and the real count of Xbox consoles. They have enough data to know the real number. Okay, that's good to know because I'm just hoping that they're not randomly throwing games out there in the wind and hoping that they're going to do good because that will harm the brand. It will. This already strained the brand, not by my lips, but by Matt Booty himself. He said that just these 4 games strained the Xbox brand. It strained it. His words, not mine. Okay, so before they do that again, like I said, gas games I'm okay with. That's why I never said anything about ESO. I never said anything about Fallout 76. And I believe Starfield is going to get a multiplayer, by the way. But that one may be contained because Starfield is not everywhere. So that one could be contained if they do that. But also where they got Overwatch, you got Blizzard's games and stuff. You
Yeah.
got, those things are, how they supported Fallout 4. These were already established games and stuff. And I understand. I know Microsoft's way is always to support their games. Even after the game has been released for years, even decades, they still do it.
Right.
So I'm okay with that. They're consistent. I can't blame them for being consistent. And if the game is a gas game, they're doing their due diligence. This is why Microsoft is so good at gas games, because they learned a long time ago you have to stay consistent in supporting your games. Regardless of where they're at or whatever state they're in, you continue to do that, which is what they're doing. And so I'm okay with gas games, with the exception to if Gears come out as a gas, I don't want that going nowhere. And I absolutely don't want Halo going nowhere. And I'm selfish, man. I don't want Forza going nowhere either. I've heard people say I can see them doing Forza. I don't want Forza. They got Gran Turismo. They don't need Forza.
And that's the only reason why they say that there, because they know Dan Turismo is on the toilet shit, so they want another good racing game to reign supreme on their platform. That's all it is.
Right.
That's why they're saying.
I just don't want to see that, because these are pillars of Xbox.
Well, they're the identity of the brand.
Yes,
absolutely.
And I
the identity of the brand.
You feel that way, he bought segaman, and I believe most of the chat feel. I know Zinc feels that way. I believe Fireballs feels this way. Google Poll, everybody, Mr. Kima. I truly believe most of us think this way. I don't want to speak for other people, but I've just, as we talked about it, it just seems like most of us all feel the same way about this, that we don't want every single game ending up over there. It needs to be. Starfield is a game that drew people to Game Pass. We saw those numbers. And Xbox. Yeah. It sold Xboxes. Do not move that. Don't do that now. Don't do that. That's why it was supposed to do.
Remember, I don't know if you remember when we talked about this a few podcasts ago, a while back when it first was announced. That's why I said that something like Blade, the upcoming Blade, is a Marvel IP that they should concentrate heavy and push it heavy, because now is your opportunity to have a Marvel IP that identifies with Xbox the way people try to identify Spider-Man with PlayStation.
Exactly.
Right? So take that and run with it. Be smart. Don't let up the gas and go full throttle, and you will get those Marvel fans that love Marvel characters to buy an Xbox. Now, am I saying that Blade is on the same level as Spider-Man or a Hulk or Captain America? Maybe not.
But it can be.
But I will tell you this.
I will tell you this real quick. It can, because Captain America wasn't always on that level either.
Right, none of them. It took time, just like Iron Man. That's a great point. That's a great point. It took time. But remember, one thing that people never forget, Blade was the first true epic Marvel character cinematic movie from their universe that made and opened the door for that Marvel that Marvel reign, to reign supreme in the space, right? Exactly, to get where they are now, where they have also the cinematic universe, all these other characters that are well known and beloved now, like something like Iron Man, like the Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Things that we all know, no way in hell would have done well years ago if it wasn't for the people behind how they executed making those decisions to make those characters and worlds, be recognizable, be accepted, be loved, and actually liked by many. Like
Blade did it without the MCU. Keep that.
Yeah, without the MCU, it was the first movie to actually put the staple, which made almost $1 billion even back then.
Even back then, yep.
It was the first real Marvel character movie that made that kind of money, without a doubt. And it put him on the map.
Yep. Then that, and yes, his character was like what D level or something. It was low, you know. The original Blade. If you guys ever read a Blade comic book, he's not anything like the Wesley Snipes version. Wesley Snipes actually influenced the comic version of Blade and brought him up to modern times because Blade is like a character I think from the '60s or something. I can't remember, but he's one of those older characters too.
Yeah.
He had an
Check this
afro
out.
and all
Check
that
this
stuff.
out, Dea. Let's check this out, love. Check this out. Blade is not even the main character of that. It's Hannibal King.
Oh,
The character that Ryan Reynolds played, that's the
yeah,
main character
yep,
in
yep,
the comic. And Blade is his sidekick alongside Trinity, which is the girl,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And they introduced him in Blade 3, people were like, oh, because they got used to the Wesley Snipes being
Yep.
the main
Yep.
character.
And
yeah,
Blade
But in the
2
real
did horrible.
comic book, right? In the actual comic book, it's Hannibal King.
yeah,
And then it's fucking Blade, right?
yeah.
Which is
Then it's
funny
Blade,
because
yeah.
Ryan Reynolds played three main characters in the
He
Marvel
did,
world.
yeah,
Which
didn't
is wild. That shit is wild to me.
he? Yeah,
Um, but again, what I'm trying to say is since the recognition of Blade as the movie and Wesley Snipes is there, Blade can become a big thing for Xbox
yes.
if they push it the way that then Sony pushed Spider-Man.
And guess
You
what? Did
understand what I'm
you
saying?
hear about Wesley Snipes coming back to play the
Oh
role
yeah,
of
yeah, they
Blade?
want to bring him back to be
Yeah,
part of the MCU, the Marvel,
yeah,
which makes a lot
yeah.
of sense. The problem is that I don't know what's wrong with Snipes. He looks sick right now, or is he
Oh
lost so
man.
much weight? I don't know what it is.
Oh,
I
that's not
hope that is
good.
that he just lost weight, but he looks like he
Okay.
might be sick. It's
Oh
crazy.
no.
I hope not.
And they may
Because I
Yeah.
not
love
be able to
Wesley
use him
Snipes.
past one movie. They might.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I hope not, because I
Yeah,
love Wesley Snipes, and Wesley
yeah.
Snipes is a true martial artist,
He
right?
is
Yeah,
actually a
he
real
is.
Um,
martial artist. Yeah, yep.
so,
And I
so
think
I would
he
love to
really
see him back.
studied
You know,
Buddhism and stuff like that. You know.
that theater is gonna go crazy if he comes out of nowhere. You know they are.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
one of the movies, if he comes out, oh, they're gonna go nuts for that shit. They're gonna go nuts. I know I'll be hyped because Blade is Wesley Snipe is Blade in the movie
He
cinema.
is. Yeah,
It is
he
what it
is.
is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you
Yeah.
can't pick another Iron Man. It's Morton Downey
Yeah.
Jr.
Yeah.
He is Iron Man.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It
Yeah.
is what it is. So
Yeah.
so like I said, that's something that would be incredible. So they need to market it, push it, and it will be that big magnum opus for them.
Hmm.
Even though Blade may not be the biggest character, because he
Right.
has the people can identify and know him. People know who Blade is. They
Right.
just do.
Yep.
So
He was so
marketing is the fuck
recognizable
up.
that little clip that Arcane used to introduce him at the Game Awards. People,
And you saw how everybody flipped out.
it was
It
people who
was,
wasn't even gamers who watched that. They
yeah,
were
and
movie
everybody was like,
goers.
"Oh my God, is it a time exclusive?" All you saw was, "Is it
Yeah,
a
they
time
went
exclusive? It's
crazy and
coming to
said
PlayStation. What is it?" That tells
they
you
said
right
they
there.
wanted to play the game. Now listen, they thought that maybe that was PlayStation. They don't understand. They don't keep up with that because they're movie people, right? They don't
Hmm.
understand that Xbox because it wasn't said there. It's just Arcane. They don't
Hmm.
really know who Arcane Studios are. So right,
Hmm.
they don't know who they are. So all they saw is that Blade is getting a video game and they want in. That's what I
Yeah.
saw. You
And
guys
what
go
did
and
you
look at
see,
reaction.
Dia? What did you see? Motherfuckers port begging already.
Yeah, they
Is
were
it
port
exclusive?
begging. Yeah,
Is it coming to PlayStation? Is it
yeah.
this? And what does that tell you? What does that tell you? Exactly what I just said.
Yes, what you
You
said.
take that and you go, this is a console, here's a custom console, here's a custom wrap, here's a custom controller. Blade, if you want to play it, you gotta only play it on Xbox. It's an
Yes,
exclusive, and you're
yes,
not getting it anywhere else. This is where you can play it. That's it. As far as the console space goes, if
right.
they do that, they're gonna see a lot of people buy.
And speaking of
They're
which,
gonna they're gonna go buy the console to play it. They're gonna do it
let me
just like
read this from Google Poll, and you can answer this or add to that if you want.
right,
Um,
right.
I think Blade can be a better game. Actually, Spider-Man on PS4 wasn't the greatest in my opinion. Just
Yeah, no,
decent.
no, and he's right. He's 100% right because Spider-Man PS4 didn't introduce nothing new. It just basically
Okay.
took what it did is Insomniac took what Beanox did, what Beanox created, what Beanox adapted, and then they made it their own version by making it more high quality, right? the presentation and cinematics were more high quality because
Right.
there was more money behind it because Marvel actually put up the money to develop the game.
Oh,
When
okay.
Beanox
Okay.
did the games, right? When
Right. I
Beanox
remember
did the
that.
game,
Yeah.
they're the same ones who did the Call of Duty franchise back then when they were really good. When
Right.
Beanox did the Spider-Man games, it was Activision funding the games. And Activision
Okay.
wasn't prioritizing the money for Spider-Man. They were prioritizing it for Call of Duty. So
Right.
that's why the games were good. But as far as the presentation, right, or the high quality presentation, it wasn't there 100% because they didn't invest all that money into the superhero games. So when their license came to an expiration, Marvel went to Beanox and Activision and said, "All right, we want to cut the contract out. We want to do another contract with someone else."
Hmm.
And that's when they went to other people, including Microsoft. But at the time, that's when Microsoft was doing the rebuilding, right, or the restructuring.
Right.
So
Right.
they're like, we don't want to do no third party deals at the moment because we want to concentrate by building our own first party
Right.
internal,
Right.
right?
And I
Internal.
agree with that. By the
This
way,
was,
I agree with that.
which was the move they needed to do at the time
Yes.
in
Yes.
2015, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
then you saw all these people did these fucking mockery videos talking about how they were so stupid, how they were this or that. When it's not true at all. Microsoft needed to build first party studios because since the 360 era, they didn't have enough first party studios.
Right.
And the only way you're going to be able to have more AAA that are first party is by having first party studios.
Mm-hmm.
So that direction was the right one for them at that time.
Right.
Now,
Right.
they finally got an opportunity to get a Marvel game that is identified now with Microsoft or Xbox, right?
Right. Right.
So
Nobody's going to
that's
think Blade and think PlayStation. They think
right.
Spider Man and
That's
think
my
PlayStation.
point. Not gonna do that. They're gonna be like, yo, we need to get an Xbox, but we gotta get that blade, right? And
Right.
that's what they need to do. The same way with Indiana Jones. They know it's, and even though it's not their IP, but it's a big, well-known IP.
Oh, I think
Push
that's
it,
gonna be a hit. By the way, I think
push it
Indiana
for
Jones is gonna be.
Xbox.
I saw that same pattern. It was people who were into the Indiana Jones franchise, movies and things like that, that
And they were,
watched that gameplay and said
and
they want to play that game.
that's right. And there were people saying, look, I don't even play video games, but I gotta get this Indiana Jones
Yeah,
game,
literally, I
right?
saw this one guy
So
who had everything in Indiana Jones. This guy collects everything
So what
Indiana
that
Jones.
tells you is those are all potential new players and
Yep,
buyers on your system or
yep,
on your ecosystem. So
yep.
what do? You market the fuck out of it.
That's
You
right.
market it as an Xbox only exclusive. Don't worry about anybody else. Just push that bad boy. Worry about your fucking ecosystem, and you're gonna see how people will gravitate. Because now you're showing them, look, there's a reason why you need an Xbox. Because if I
Right.
don't have an Xbox, and this can't just be Game Pass, because the problem with Game Pass is, unless people don't own an Xbox, they're not gonna see the fruits of Game Pass or the value,
Right.
right?
Right.
Because you have to own an Xbox in order to understand.
Right.
But they're not gonna buy an Xbox because of Game Pass only. Because
Right.
they don't
That's not
probably
enough.
don't even know
Yeah.
what Game Pass is still. They don't know
They
what it is.
don't. I've told
They
people,
don't
but they don't
understand
believe
what
it.
it is. They're like, what do you mean a streaming service? They
They
don't get
don't
it.
know. They just
They
don't
don't
know.
get that it's a look. I had a guy, right, that I followed, right? Check this shit out. Check this shit out. His name is Michael Manzi, right?
Uh-huh.
He's a very good retro collector of figures and toys, right?
Oh, okay. A
Excellent,
toy
excellent,
collector.
right?
Yeah.
Older guy, right? He's from
Mhm.
Canada.
Okay.
He did a review of the Battle Trolls figures that were made by this company called Premium DNA.
Okay.
And the entire time he's talking about how he was always a huge Battle Trolls fan, that he loved the Battle Trolls games from back in the day, and that he always liked it more than the Turtles, even though he was a big Turtles fan. And so he's saying how he didn't even realize and knew that there was an arcade game of Battle Trolls, right? That he mainly played the ones on the NES, Super NES, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
So I hit him up on the comments and I say, hey, look, awesome review, but I'm going to give you a bit of information. If you really would like to play and own that arcade game, you have a way to do that. If you can buy an Xbox console, right? Because
Mhm.
I know he doesn't play PC. You can actually get the rare replay physical copy of the game, which has all rare games, and it includes the arcade version of Battletoads and all the other ones like Battletoads versus Double Dragon, right? I told him the game would cost you probably about $7, and including that, if you knew or didn't know, there was a new Battletoads game by Delilah Studios that's also exclusive to Xbox. So that would give you another reason to actually buy an Xbox and play Battletoads, the new game as well. And the nice thing about it is if you go to your GameStop or your Walmart or your Target or your Best Buys, there's a program called Xbox All Access. You can literally buy an Xbox, pay for it monthly for 37 or $32 with no interest for 2 years, and it includes Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which includes 2 years of Game Pass and 2 years of Xbox Live all together, and you pay just that one flat fee with no interest. And he's like, "Oh, well, I only had an Xbox One." I say, "And even better, because all the games that you may have from Xbox One, you can also play on the new Xbox via back compat for all four generations. A
Uh-huh.
nice amount of games." And
Right.
he told me, "Well, I don't know. I'm not really interested. I'm playing Xbox because I play on PlayStation or whatever." And that is my point. That's what I'm trying to say. If you say you're a fucking fan of something, right?
Right.
And you say that you want this, and you know that you have all that, you're getting Game Pass, gives you access to all these games. You're
Right.
getting to play games that of your favorite franchise that you didn't know existed and you can only play on that platform. Then you can get the console basically for free and just
Right.
pay it monthly. And yet you still want to be on a PlayStation. That tells you everything you need to know how misinformed people are.
Right. Yeah. It's gonna make sense as time goes because I'm
You
gonna
know
tell
what I mean?
you what game is actually gonna really highlight it is gonna be Call of Duty. That game is gonna highlight it. I
Well, you
can't
mean if it
imagine.
goes on Game Pass, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, once it hits Game Pass and you see a migration of people with half a brain move over there to play that game, especially if they want to do it yearly without having to cough up the money yearly, they can just buy the skins and buy whatever else they guns or whatever else they you get off of there.
Mhm.
Then I think it's going to highlight it. But I don't know what it is. I think sometimes it's that people just don't want to leave the brand. It's about the brand, and I think it has
Well,
nothing. Like, have you ever seen people like sometimes they act like an Apple product is always great when it's not always
yes,
great. They'll
yes,
pretend and
and
stuff
they
like
be
that.
like in denial. Yeah,
Right,
but here's my argument to that. They are not with you, but to people that think like this. When you're already, if you're already migrated to, let's say PlayStation, because you invested, right? And
right.
let's say you have 500 games, right? Think of it this way: you had to pay for all those games separately. That's fine.
Mhm.
Just because you're buying another console, that means you got to stop playing on your PlayStation.
Right, exactly.
Especially when you're getting an offer that if you buy that other console, you're getting 500 plus games day and date included with it at no extra cost, and you can buy the console paying for it monthly at
Right,
no
right.
cost. It doesn't take a brain surgeon to
Uh-oh,
figure
you're
that
buying
out.
there,
That's a
Hubot.
fucking hell of a deal. Right.
Yeah, it's a deal. I don't
It doesn't
understand it
take a brain
myself.
surgeon. You know what I'm saying? It
Yep.
doesn't take a brain surgeon to figure out that, hey, that's a hell of a deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now,
Yep.
it's different if you have to buy the console at full price, like a PlayStation or a Nintendo Switch. It's different that every game you buy, you have to pay a $70 or $60 price point. That's different
Right.
because now you're asking
Right.
way too much of me. But when you can
Right.
get a console at no cost and it has the games, a whole library of games up to 500 plus at no cost, that's a no brainer. That don't make no sense there
It doesn't. And here's
for you
another
to turn
thing.
something down.
Here's another thing. You know how everybody on console has to pay to have access to multiplayer, right? So the way Xbox has done it,
Yes.
they folded it into Game Pass Core. So no matter what you do, you
Yeah.
still going to be getting free games just for paying for the cost of accessing, Xbox Live through Core. You know what I'm saying? So no matter how you look
Mhm,
at it, you win with the Xbox
mhm. That's what
setup.
I'm saying. You're getting the Game Pass. You're getting the ability to
Right,
play online. You're getting whatever
right,
perks and features they offer you by having Game for. You're getting the
right,
console without having to pay extra money at no
right,
extra cost. You're getting
right.
your forward compatibility of all the consoles for 4 generations before that. Like, I
Yep.
don't understand how somebody can argue and say that it's not worth owning an Xbox. The only console right now that's even worth buying is an Xbox with all those
Yeah,
things
if
that
you're
they,
gonna
they
go
give you.
console, I agree with that 100%. Yep.
There's no
Yep.
other console even to even bother to buy first other than an
I
Xbox.
agree.
That's
Well,
why I don't
especially
get
when
why
you
these
look
people
at all
going
the
there. I'm the one
games.
I'm buying Nintendo.
Uh-huh.
That's why I don't get
It's
when they be like, I'm gonna buy a Nintendo, I'm gonna buy a PlayStation, and you gotta buy everything separate, and you're getting nothing and absolutely
yeah.
no flexibility options or nothing. Like what?
And, and you
That makes
don't need to
no
buy
sense.
PlayStation because they moving their stuff over to PC anyway. They are. If
Mhm.
you have access to
And then
PC,
when you
don't
buy it,
bother.
remember when you buy PlayStation and PSN, you're not getting something like Game Pass. You're
Right.
playing online,
Exactly.
yes, but you're not getting something like Game Pass. You're playing old ass games, like really, really old games, and maybe they'll do a selective few that are like newer games, but from time to time, but it's really few and far between. Maybe one
Right.
game, as opposed to Xbox, and you getting new games every week, almost every month, every 2 or 3 times a month. Every whether it's indie or double A or single A, doesn't matter. You're getting games all the time on
Exactly.
top of
Exactly.
whatever's there in the library. You know what I mean?
And there are a lot of games that people liked. They're not like some trash games either. You get all kinds. Trash games. I don't like when people say that because games are subjective, right? What you might like, the next person might not like. Like Sega Man might like something I might not like, or vice versa, or something. You know what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
quality games, both from indie all the way up to AAA, are fantastic in the game. And look at what the first party is going to deliver in the service. They own Call of Duty. They own the next Skyrim. They own Fallout franchise, and since that's popular now, and everything that comes with it. They own the next Halo and Gears and all this. Those are big time names. These aren't no like little rinky dinky games that they're putting in there. So that alone is enough value for a person to say it's worth it to me. You know.
Right. Absolutely. That's a fact.
Well,
That's why
guys,
I'm like, I don't get it, but when I see that, it just makes me laugh. Like I'm like, oh, scratch my head. I'm
It's
like, I don't
hilarious.
get it. I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. That's like somebody offering you $40 versus somebody offering you $10 to, I don't know, clean off a doorknob. I don't know, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
well, guys. Anything else you want to talk about before we wrap it up?
No,
Also,
my
you stay quiet the whole time, and now you want to tell us if there's anything else you want to talk about. Real nice.
he
Real
let
nice.
me get my rants out. I feel
Real nice.
relieved, Uh,
I let Dad
It's
get
like
get
he's
some.
now he's kicking us out. Like you don't have to go, but you gotta go. You see?
yeah, the second man like giving us
Hey,
the boot. I'm just kidding.
Sega man, I mean, Dad
yeah.
was killing it.
Yeah,
Dad was
I got everything out I needed to.
Dad was killing it today, boy. Let me tell you.
You gotta do it. You gotta get it out of your chest. You gotta do it. You gotta do it.
Oh
Right,
man,
right,
that
man.
stuff
That's
is
right. You
gonna.
what?
I had to regurgitate that stuff because it was driving me crazy. Like, yeah, I had to get it off. Yeah,
I bet you it was, man, because it's everything like he's about said. I mean, we'll see. When this show happens, we're gonna have a lot more to talk about.
right.
They'll be out there, and we'll be front and center. We'll be
Yep.
front and center. So
I, I I would ask one question, but maybe next time Second Man can answer this. But I wonder
no, go
what.
ahead, D. D. Go ahead, D.
Oh, okay. My one question is that with what happened with Sony and Helldivers, and this was their first real good step into a gas game. What do you guys project is going to happen in the future with the other games that they got that they're trying to do with gas games?
Man, that's a good question. That's a good
You mean
question.
as far as it is a good question, but what do you mean as far as you think if they'll get more success with other games,
Do you think that
or
Hell Divers debacle, even though I know they won't repeat the same, but the fact is the PSN situation doesn't change. They simply do not exist in those other countries, right? So
yeah, yeah. And the
not
problem is too, there's a lot of like rules, ESRB rules that if
right,
Sony don't comply with, they'll get sued for. My personal take is they need to make a public statement explaining it to their fan base and explaining what they plan to do, and that will make them stay faced and maybe clear the air a little bit. Not saying nothing is what's making the fan base matter because
right.
they're in confusion and kind of lost at what's going on. Um,
But it's not just that. You did also hear about what they're requiring. Xbox doesn't even require what they require. They're asking you for an ID, your ID information, like your driver's license and stuff, a face scan. And I'm like, what? To play Helldivers? And if this is going to be the standard move, and what they call biometrics is when you do a face scan and they can tell who you are. I'm like, to play a video game? Like that's unbelievable. And the PC community was saying they don't want to give all that information over to Sony. First of all, that's very sensitive information. You asking for people's ID information. I mean, everything from age to your phone number to
Yeah.
everything. I mean, it's everything on their driver's license, all that. They don't want to give it over because they say they don't trust their network because it's too compromised. They have too many breaches. So they don't want to hand the information over like that. And then who wants to scan their face in order to play a video game?
Yeah.
So
and
what I'm
understand that
trying to
PlayStation
say,
already has a history of having.
I'm sorry, you cut off there. What was you saying? Can you
No,
hear
that you also got to understand that people.
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah,
him. I don't know if you
can
can
you
hear
hear
us.
me?
me? Okay, now I
Can
can.
you hear me?
You cut out there. Yeah, now I can.
I'm sorry. What I was trying to say is that you got to also understand that people are going to be apprehensive, right?
Uh-huh.
Because they have a history of people breaking into people's accounts.
Right,
You
right.
understand?
Yeah.
So that history is something that's still there, and people know about it. So they're not going to be as keen or ideal to be like, oh yeah, no, let me just put my information and it'll be fine. Because again, Sony has had a history because they don't have good security on their ecosystem online
Right,
of
right.
having people's accounts being tampered with or being broken into or being stolen or being corrupted. So I understand why people can be apprehensive. I get it. Uh, and that's not including all the other reasons why. The fact that they were playing it without having to do that before, but now they're
Yeah,
making these
now
demands, right?
right.
So
That's why Steam is refunding them because they would have had a game they could never play. So they're refunding those people so they don't, they at least get their money back.
yeah, but it's a bad look because the game started with a lot of praises, right?
It
Even
did.
though I'll tell you the truth, they're only pushing that and making praises because they never had anything else this year. They haven't had no success with anything else. So they were trying to find an angle to give them praises for something because that team that did Hell Divers has done other games in the past that were decent, mainly smaller independent stuff, but decent. And no one
Mhm.
ever really talked about it and actually cared. But
Okay.
now they try to act like, oh my God, this is great, phenomenal, we love it. This developer's awesome. But yet they never play none of their other shit. So as far as that goes, for me, it's just like I've always said, they're a bunch of hypocrites. When something hits and it becomes popular, they want to act like they care, like Spider Man. But when it was this round before with other great titles and great products, before the one that actually got popular, nobody gave a fuck. You
Right,
see?
right, right.
So
Yeah.
I don't like that hypocrisy either. That's another thing. Um, I do think Sony will learn from this experience for future endeavors and releases, right?
Uh-huh.
But again, ultimately, at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck if they don't learn. and they failed because, like I said, I want Sony to die. I don't like them. I don't like
Right.
the way they do business.
Right.
I'm gonna miss them if they're not around. I don't feel like they offer anything to the industry other than bullshit and pushing narratives that don't need to be pushed. And they don't respect anybody but themselves anyway. So
Right.
I personally don't give a fuck if they fuck up again. I actually encourage and want them to keep fucking up because the more they fuck up, that means the more they have a chance of going away. That's just me personally. But
Right. Right.
I do think they'll learn from this experience. I don't think it'll happen again. If it does, if they do get successful in any other game in the future, or any gas game, they won't have the same problem because now they know already how to confront and deal with it because they've already had the experience with this one, with the
Right.
success of this
Mhm.
game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Okay.
but
Sega man, you
going
got
back,
anything to add to that real quick? I know you have to go. You have anything
Um,
to add?
hey, this might be a learning lesson. I don't know. I mean, hey, these nobody they ain't playing today. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
This might be a learning lesson, Dale. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People are upset. People are mad. Like Tuck said earlier, people, wanting refunds and different things like that. So yeah, Sony, man, they can't never get it. They never can get things right. They always mess stuff up for themselves. They only do it to themselves, man. I'm with Hebot. I'm sick and tired of Microsoft and Xbox and them helping them out. They're big boys. Okay. You should know how to run a business. You've been out here longer in the gaming business before Microsoft. You should know how to run gaming business.
Mm-hmm.
They don't need no help. They should already know what to do. And I think they do. They just want to be greedy. And when they get greedy, they get caught. You get caught with their hand in a cookie jar, and then look what happens.
Right.
And I
Right.
mean, they showed it in court. They showed it with this with hell divers. I mean, they're always getting their hand caught in a cookie jar all the time. And hey, like I said, I wouldn't help him. I know Phil tried to help him, and he's being nice and everything, but I'm sorry, you don't need no more help. You can do it on your own. You're already copycatting. If you're copycatting what Microsoft is doing, you shouldn't need any more help. You should know how to do it right or get it right. So no,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't support that at all. What's up,
They're
Big Dick?
not copycatting where they need to, though. They need to be working on their infrastructure and not trying to buy up Paramount Plus and stuff. In my opinion, if they really want to be serious about gaming, that's where they need to start putting their money. But
Right.
that's just my opinion.
well, with that thing with Paramount Plus, they're trying to buy it because Paramount Plus is selling for dirt cheap because they're in trouble as well.
Right.
But they're buying it with other partnerships. It's not just them. But the
Oh,
rumor,
oh,
rumor is that they're getting the bigger take, but that's only because they're the more experienced in the movie space. You see what I'm trying to say?
oh, okay,
That's
okay.
all that is. But people trying to do videos making it seem like, oh my God, Sony's genius. Oh my God, Sony's about to destroy it. Look at this. It's what they do every single fucking time. Isn't that what they said with fucking Crunchyroll and
Yeah, crunch.
Funimation?
And they made it
Right?
worse, man. They
And
made
what
it
happened?
worse. Yeah.
They had to put them together. Now there's only one because they fucking didn't know how to handle it.
And the cost went. Oh my gosh, it costs so much
Yeah.
now. Yeah, so yeah, it's not good.
Now they monopolized the both areas, and there's only one now.
It's only one.
Right?
Yep, yep.
And what happened? Anime is not because they push it. Anime is pushing because anime is just a big thing right now.
Right, right.
It's big now because it's mainstream. It's not because Sony is pushing it. Sony just bought these two streaming services and video producing companies because they knew that anime was big in the America and in society right now. That's all they did. They seized an opportunity and took it because those two companies were not going to sell to Microsoft or anybody else because they're Japanese. They're only going
Right,
to cater,
right.
only going to do business with their own people. They're nationalistic. Bottom line, that's the only reason why that deal went down. It's that simple. Okay?
Yeah.
Even though people may act like, oh no, that's not true, and deny. No, that is true. That is true. Because you ain't gonna buy Crunchyroll and then just buy Funimation also, and no one else had a chance to be pick it up. Like,
That
stop.
that's amazing that they let them do that and then eliminate the second streaming so that's only one now. Amazing that America allowed that.
But I think America can't get involved because even though they may be located in America, they still run as a Japanese corporation. You see what I'm saying? So they can't say nothing because their rules are not the same. They don't abide by the same rules as an American company. That's why nobody bothers them, but they can bother Microsoft. Like I was saying earlier, Microsoft is the target. When you're worth $3 trillion, everybody wants to make you a target because they want to make money off of you. They want your money. And it's that, you know what I mean? And I didn't think about it that way when it comes to certain things, but unlimited, other Zing had a good point. They're the biggest target. They just are. And because of that, they have to try to act like they're playing nice and be careful about their moves and make them look diverse, right? For lack of a better term, because then that will keep them in the clear and not bring the heat on people that want to bring them down because they can't stand the fact that they're number one. The number one company in the world, even bigger than Apple.
It sounds like he just walked away from the phone. Did it seem like that?
He's sliding in the wind.
Yeah, yeah, that was weird. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it sounded like you was just walking away in the sunset.
Yeah. I'm filming a movie while I'm talking. Look at that.
Oh, that's what. Oh, okay.
No. I'm just saying. I'm saying I'm trying to be funny.
I know.
Again, and again, that's why I said that that's so funny and so hypocritical. And nobody mentions that, right? But that whole Paramount thing is because they're doing it with other partners, other people in the business are going together to buy them, so they'll become a what you call it? What's the name of that term? Oh my God, they're going to become like what Remedy is.
Remedy is. What you mean?
Yeah, they're a open. What's it fucking called? The term when you're owned by multiple companies, it's called something. I forgot the hell what you call it. The actual term. Oh my God, it's the diabetes kicking in. I can't remember. Yeah.
I can't even remember. So I don't know. Zink, do you know you're there? I know you're still there. Do you remember?
I forgot the proper term.
I can't think.
What do you call that back? Do you remember?
I'm trying to
think. By multiple people like Remedy.
Because I don't know much about Remedy and what they're doing with them, so that's why I'm confused.
What's that? I bet you my boys know. I'm gonna ask them.
All right, brother. You ready to wrap it up? I gotta.
Okay, I can wrap mine up.
Hold on.
Oh, okay. He said, "Hold on."
Brother Hebot?
Wait a minute, did he just say hold on?
Ready to wrap it up? Hebot,
Yeah,
I gotta get on, bro.
I'm trying to get the answer. Hold on. I'm trying to get the answer. Hold on.
All right.
Okay. While he's doing that, let me go ahead and do my outro. All right, everyone. I am Dia4568. I'm glad to be here on Segaman Show. I hadn't been here in a while, but I was able to catch it today. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. It's
so glad you came, Dave.
It's always an honor to be on your show. You know that, right?
I got the answer.
Okay, go ahead.
It's called public trade company. You're a publicly trade owned company.
Okay.
That's what they are. That's what Paramount will become, a publicly trade owned company. The way that Remedy is and some other people. So if you want to buy them, for example, if you want to buy Remedy, you got to make sure that every investor that owns a part of them agrees with the amount and that they're all going to get an amount they're happy with. Okay. Publicly trade owned company. That's what it's called. Right. Sorry.
All right, brother. Do your outro because I got to go.
Damn. This is Hebot. You guys can find me anytime here with brother Sega Man on the I forgot the name of your podcast. You changed the Outlaws of Xbox, right? That's what it is.
It's the Xbox Warriors.
My
brother.
Yeah. Xbox Warriors.
Okay. And so on the Xbox Warrior podcast, on the Unlimited Truth or in my YouTube channel. I'm not even gonna say we got next because I have no fucking clue when I'm ever gonna be able to do it. But it is what it is. I don't have a clue because I'm in the middle of doing so much things. God only knows. By the time I get settled down, it won't be an episode until probably the next year's time.
Call it when we got next time, whenever we have time.
Yeah. We got next whenever there's time. Right, exactly. Yeah, but you can find me on YouTube and all social media outlets. I'm still there. Just bear with me. I'm dealing with a lot of stuff, but I'll be back strong and sooner than expected. I just need some time. That's all.
Thank you, brother Hebot, and I want to thank the First Lady of Xbox, Dea, for joining us, man. And I want to give the shout out to the chat. The chat was really live today, man. Thank everybody for coming, man. Everybody that was in here today, man. We had a lot of people. We had Vaca in here. We had Anthony Chipmunk, Tool Man. We had other Zinc that came in here and graced us with his knowledge of gaming.
Mm-hmm.
We had
gaming since the 80s was in here.
Since the 80s, Slick Slayer.
Rangy 4.
Who else we had?
Cray Simmons.
TV.
Cray Simmons, yeah. We got, I'm looking down, I'm scrolling. Google Poll, of course.
Google Poll, yeah.
I'm trying to see. Hold up.
Toolman 55.
Toolman 55. Fireboss came in. NWO Prime.
Yes.
NWO Prime.
The Higher Sanctimony. I've known him for a long time, Dea. He's a really good dude out here in these Xbox streets.
Awesome.
And you
should have him on sometime so people can get to know him. He'll come
on sometimes. He doesn't really like to do podcasts, but he does. He came on one time, I think, with me and E-Rock. I think it was E-Rock he came on with one time and was chopping up game with us. Happy birthday to Fire Boss, man. I hope you have a good birthday. Happy birthday, brother.
You're a brand new spanking baby. I know you're young. And we also had Michael Gross.
Mr. Kima.
Oh, Mr. Kima, that's right. And we also had
Dave Cohen.
Oh, Dave. Oh, we missed David. David, thank you for coming.
Thanks for coming, Dave.
Sorry we didn't read your chats there.
Thanks for coming, Dave. And I want to give a big shout out to the chat. And hey, guys, let's look forward to our show in June. I think Unlimited is doing something. We'll all be there. The whole crew will all be there. I think it might be a live thing.
Yeah.
I think we're going to be doing with Unlimited. I should be there because at that time I'll be working in the summer. So I'll be working the early shift.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
7 to 3.
Yeah.
So I hope I can be there. If not, I'll try to take off for it. I might even try to take off for it. So
that'll be probably worth it because you're going to want to see gears and all that stuff.
Oh, I know. So I think I'm going to take off for it. I have to do it in advance, but I think I'm actually going to take off for it. And we're going to have a great show. Again, guys, hey, me and Dea and our whole crew, we don't, man, these guys out here crying. I'm so sick of talking about these guys. I'm tired of it. It's getting tiresome. It's just really, stupid, what's his name? Crying and whining, Jazz and Tim Dog and all that, man, y'all need to just grow up, play with your PlayStation and stay over there and just play your games, man. Don't come out here, crying and whining. Be a man, say it with your chest, stop coming out here crying and whining, man. But me and Dea, we're going to get on out of here, man. And hopefully you'll see us again on another Unlimited Truth, with our brother Unlimited Productions.
Or Xbox All In, his
Xbox All In with our brother Sega Forever, or his Jerry Lewis 10-hour marathon podcast.
Yeah, he done blew that out the water, a long time.
Yeah, man. I got to call the World Guinness World Records and tell them what's going on over here. Have them record it, man. We'd be on there for a long time. Your boy Sega Man be falling asleep. One time I woke up, man, I'm still on there. I'm like, oh shit, what the hell's going on?
I think I went up that last time. You was already asleep. I think
I was knocked out. Sure. Yeah, he got me on a Friday. I like going on with him because I like to support him. And there's days where I will stay up longer. Yeah. But for now on, when he gets me on there, if I know I'm getting ready to go on, I'm just going to leave. I'm just saying,
okay, man, that's good. That's fine.
Because I woke up one time and I was the only one in there.
Showing up,
Yeah, I was doing a 100. 100 be doing that stuff, man. I think I'm up to his numbers now of sleeping on the podcast, man. So but it was great for our lady, our first lady of Xbox Day to be with us today, man. And you guys, hey, enjoying gaming. There's great games coming out in Game Pass again. There's so many games coming out in Ultimate Game Pass, guys. You need to really enjoy and get on board with Ultimate Game Pass because there's nothing out there on any other system. Not knocking them, but there really is no other system that has the best value for your buck than Xbox. That's just the truth, man. There's nothing else to say about that. There just
absolutely
isn't. And hey, and like Zink said, they're slowly killing the competition. They really are. They're really killing the competition, man. You know what I mean? Ultimate on Xbox, and it's killing the competition, man. It's a no-brainer. If you're a gamer, you would get an Xbox and you would get Ultimate Game Pass if you're not into really like buying all kind of games. It's just the best value right now. It is the Netflix of gaming. It really is. You know what I mean? So I'm enjoying it. Dea's enjoying it. The whole crew's enjoying it. So many games to play. I'm playing Halibut.
I'm playing Gears 4, so I'm almost.
Yeah, you playing it?
I think I'm at the end of it, but I keep getting my butt handed to me by this.
Really?
Yeah, I got through it pretty good, but this one creature that's kicking my butt. I got to figure out how to.
So you got to play co-op with me, and we have to get on a time thing, all of us.
Well, Zink is so busy. I don't know when because he's taking care of his mom so much. I don't know.
I can play co-op with you too. I can get on if I see you on. I'll join your game and I'll play the Gears with you.
Okay, I might need your help with 4 then because I can't get past this one part. Like I'm stuck on this one darn part and it's just I don't know. It's this guy, he shoots this stuff and he has those flying things that come out at night swirling around and all.
Yeah,
you on this train and stuff. You
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
it's kicking my butt and I have no idea why. I think I know what I'm supposed to do, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong about it, but I'll figure out something. I'm still working on it.
If I see you in day, I'll jump in.
Okay,
I'll jump in.
We'll set something up soon. We'll have to because I don't think I'm gonna beat it without you. I'm gonna need you. Okay.
All right. On that note, guys, we're out of here, man. And hey, Xbox for life, guys. We don't die, we multiply. And remember my slogan. Everybody's saying it, and I've been saying it. We're eating good over here, baby.
That's right.
And there's no power greater than X, guys. Peace.
Bye.